another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling. And hello. That was all fucked up, but I wasn't going to do it. But that's my opening because right now a bitch is pissed. I am so far beyond pissed to where I'm trying to keep myself from going to rent a car to drive myself to Detroit. But I know they got the goddamn floods and carrying on. See, now I have to process myself down because one of the things that I do not tolerate ever in this lifetime here is anything that was pushed out into the world after me that called themselves in the household that I was raised in. Anything that was pushed out after me is never going to have a chance to sit down and act as if they're gonna be strong enough to whoop my ass. You understand me? I don't play that with no. There is no. You can't even make that into a board game. There is no game there at all. I did not play that with my siblings, and I damn sure ain't gonna play that with no nieces and nephews. Okay, you done came after the after. You understand me? And right now, I am fuming because my nephew sent me a video of his brother having a verbal altercation with his mother, my sister. Okay? And I'm going to tell you this to all you parents out there. I need y'all to understand something. There is no way. I don't give a fuck what these goddamn books are telling you. I don't give a fuck what the TV is telling you. I don't give a good goddamn what the law is trying to tell you about how to raise your goddamn kids. There is no way on this side of God's creation that a child should have the audacity to act as if they could step to you like they your motherfucking equal and you don't put them on their motherfucking ass. You understand me? Now, why am I pissed? Because I'm mad at my sister. Because I know how I helped my mother raise the woman that she is. And from what I saw, that little motherfucking boy of hers, her second son, should have been on his goddamn ass. However, she said, I'm hurting and I'm carrying on and y'all coming at me and this, that, and other. She even hung up the phone on me and I'm pissed off at that too. I don't give a fuck. That don't change what the fuck I goddamn said. That don't change what the fuck I said. Parents, there is no way, there is no motherfucking way on this side of creation that anything that you done sit down there and went through labor pains with, that you done sit up there, make sure that they got a roof, that they got school supplies, that they got uniforms, that they go to the doctor, that they got meals, that they got clothes, that they got adequate health care. There is no way that anything that you, whether you pushed them out your goddamn self, if you adopted them, if you came into them and you done became a surrogate parent, there is no way that anything that you are raising on this side of motherfucking creation that's living in your house should have the audacity to stand to you and act as if they're your motherfucking equal. You understand me? So I'm on public motherfucking notice. And yes, I'm going to say this like this because I already told my nephew, when I see you again, I don't give a fuck if I'm 92 with well, I can't say with one tooth. I got two teeth. But I don't care. When I see you again, that's an ass whooping. Because, see, right now, my nephew, he's about to be 17. And, you know, boys are at that, you know, when they, between that 15 and 17 mark, just before they turn 18, right up in there is when boys go through this thing because they don't realize they got a dick. Okay? Made a couple of life choices, trying to act as if everything is everything. You know what I'm saying? Then they can make a couple of decisions. They out and about into the world and carrying on and things like that. And so they want to act as if because they can make a decision or two that they're grown. Okay. They act as if, oh, they smelling their ass right now, or they can wash their nuts, okay, or they got a little girlfriend or boyfriend, okay, that everything is everything because you fucking can smoke a joint or whatever, and that's supposed to mean something. That you got some chutzpah up under your motherfucking belt. That as if you could say something from your goddamn chest. Really? All right. All right. Uh-huh. Yeah, I had to pour a cocktail because goddamn it, I'm trying to keep myself from renting a car and driving this 12 hours, which I could probably do in 10, okay, maybe 9.5, to Detroit. And stomp this little motherfucker like I want to. But see, there's a caveat. There's a few. Detroit is flooded. The shit going on with the weather and carrying on. They're in bad shapes and this, that, and the other. So I know trying to navigate my way through ain't going to be the easiest thing. If I were to fly there, because I could hop a flight right now, if need be. Praise the Lord that I could do that today. Now, that's today. Okay. If I need to hop a flight, I could do that. However, again, once I get there, you know, it's not necessarily cost effective. Okay. So I have to be level-headed because I don't want to necessarily act emotionally and irrationally. Okay. Because we do not reward negative behavior. You understand? And see, then I'm pissed at my sister because she's allowing this to go on. And I'm trying to stay out of her business because these are her kids. You understand? But damn it, you was my sister before you was his mama. You understand me? And see, this little motherfucker here, yeah, okay, who has a father in his life. And I'm not going to get that personal right now because I'm going to leave my personal feelings about what I think about his daddy to myself. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. I'm responding to my sister because I'm pissed. Okay. She just texted me back because I thought she hung up on me. Red, come on up in here. Because, you know, I have calculated and shit. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay.
Over here, D-Town?
Hello? Hello, boy. Don't do it, because you know I'm about ready to go rip me a motherfucking car right now and go knock the shit out this goddamn little soon-to-be 17-year-old.
Okay. Well, I tell you, man.
Okay, soon-to-be 17.
Near you, baby.
Okay, no, it's that man shit. See, this is that I think I'm a man bullshit.
Okay, hold on, relax. You gotta look at this. How many stepsons I got in there? Huh? I probably got it close to 7 stepsons that I have raised from before that age up past that age. And I've had to put hands on each one individually.
Yeah.
Including my biological son.
Right.
I had to knock his ass out one time. And he found out, okay, that's where I get it from. Yeah, okay. Let me bag up off of that. You don't want to fight yourself.
Right.
And see, his problem is he never thought I motherfucker jack his ass up.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Mine. Mine, number one, when I called him, when I hung up from you, I called him. He hung up on me. Oh, yes, he did. Right. What you say? Oh, no. Right. That's strike one. And because he know I'm all the way here in Atlanta, see, he think he can get away with that shit. Right? Number two, I called my sister's phone. I said, you tell the little motherfucker, I said, come to the phone. Okay. So he comes to the phone. And now he gives me, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't know you, sir, and you don't know me either. Right. Oh, yeah, we went there. We went there. And then he gives the phone back to his mother like he just dismissed me. Ha! I said, I'll tell you what. I said, I'm going to say this and I'm hanging up the motherfucking phone. You tell that little bastard? No, you tell that little motherfucker. When I see him, that's an ass whooping. Point blank, period. I ain't saying nothing else. That is a motherfucking ass whooping. I'm done. And I hung up the phone. Now I'm trying to keep myself from hopping on the plane or renting a car. Okay? Because, see, that needs to be dealt with now.
All you gotta do is fly in, walk in, fuck him up, and fly out.
And that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. Okay?
That sounds like me. I will fly in and beat your ass and be on and then fly the fuck out.
Because that needs to be handled like right now. Okay? However, here's the thing. What is this? My screen just did something. Oh, okay. My screen just did something crazy over here. The thing is, everything in me, I am trying not to be disrespectful to his dad. Because his dad is in his life. And I'm going to leave it there. Because if I say anything else, then I said I wasn't going to get so personal about my feelings about him. So I'm going to leave that there for this. I'll tell you that in a minute. But right now, my mama is in that house. My mother is in that house with them. So all this trying to prove who the fuck you are. Okay.
My phone.
You doing that with Esther Lorraine in the house. Now, because my mother is dealing with her health issues, I know by now Essie would have snatched his ass, but she can't do it the way she want to do it. She can do it, but not the way she want to do it. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you, I know how she did me. I know how she did my brother. I know how she did my sisters. I know how she did my daddy. I know how she did her boyfriends. That's a no-brainer. She want to snatch this little punk. However, she trying to be a grandmother, you know, and let the mama handle it. Okay. So
Mm-hmm. Hey, Tatiana.
Yeah. Hold on.
Hey.
Hey, baby.
Who do we have in Detroit between 16 and 18 that can motherfucker snatch a nigga ass up?
My brother.
Your brother?
Yeah.
All right, put your brother on standby, because I got a little nigga that need motherfuckers some reality check about disrespecting his mama.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I will call you back with the details.
All right, baby.
All right.
all right.
Yeah, you can be touched.
Okay.
See, one thing about me is I'm a resourceful ass nigga. You can talk that shit to me thinking, oh, he in Atlanta, but I will have your ass touched. And while he touching you, I'm gonna be on the phone.
Okay. They need to quit playing with that kid. Hello. Now,
So you get what I'm saying? You see, I got somebody in every state.
right. Okay. Because
If he don't know you, his ass is finna know you.
okay. Right.
Because I had that boy whoop his ass and leave your business card on him.
See? Right.
I keep trying to tell you, beats the whole time. I got Detroit niggas too.
Okay. Roll up on this little
Right.
boy, honey, because you think you smelling your ass.
Tati brother's still there, so I know he a motherfucker. He's a motherfucking street team.
Okay.
What you think you is, he already is.
Right. Hello.
Except for one thing about him is he not disrespectful to motherfucking his goddamn none of his grandparents, mom, and none of that, and he get his own money.
See that part, which earns him his respect, because you could say, if you want to play this man card all you want, okay.
No, he drops the man at the door. He deals with the man card in the street.
In the street,
when he drops it at the door.
When I'm at hello, boom, okay. That's what all this is. Okay.
That's why I lit up when she said her brother was still there. I said, okay, she's still there with your mama. Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
See, yeah. And then I like how she said that. You said about disrespect. She said, "Oh shit, yeah," which means that's a soft spot for him. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. I heard
that. Yeah. That's why I be telling people all the time, bro. I'm like, are you sure you want to be fucking with me? Are you sure? This ain't like the normal motherfucker you just pass down the block.
Okay. So let me have my woosah moment. I'm sitting up here. I'm cocktailed out. I don't pour me a real strong because this is stronger than what I usually pour.
Hold on, I'm going to raise my voice.
Okay. So here's what this is. Everybody who's coming in, thank you for your love and your support. I titled today's show, My Life in the Sunshine. Okay? My Life in the Sunshine. How many of y'all have seen the Mary J. Blige documentary on Netflix? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime, My Life in the Sunshine. Her name is Mary J. Blige's documentary. Okay? The questions that I have for you today are, how would you react if your life was a documentary? Okay? Would you be able to put your life in documentary form? How would you handle it? Okay? How would you handle your life or living a life where the entire world openly has an opinion about everything that you do, everything that you say, all of your mistakes, all of your idiosyncrasies, all of your flaws, all of your fabulousness, all of your big stuff, all your quiet stuff. Would you think you're trying to do something quiet and everybody's fine out? Paparazzi everywhere, honey, looking through your trash to see how many holes you put in your pantyhose and this, that, and the other. Okay, how would you react if your life was a documentary? Okay, and are you able to handle it? Are you able to handle the world seeing all of your secrets, seeing all your vulnerabilities? Okay, understanding that you're a whole person. You got your good, your bad, your ugly, your not so ugly. Are you able to handle that? Are you able to sit down and absolutely feel as though I'm talking from my heart and not necessarily explaining my life, but I'm living it and sharing it with you? Because there are moments where folks feel as though they have to explain themselves because the masses have an opinion. Okay. Are you able to do that? Okay. Is that something that you can do? Is that something that you do? Okay. And carry it on. I soloed myself in.
I can do it.
April said, nope. Okay. Hey, real estate, what's up, baby? Okay.
Well,
she said, hello.
Hey, come on in with the cameras.
Okay.
Come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl.
Oh, you stupid. I
got 100 shades of gray over this motherfucker.
So now here's where this is. Now, see, I thought about that, and how
do you feel?
How do I? What
about that? Like, could you do that?
could I do it?
Yeah, put the Kool-Aid out there.
You know what? Because I live my life so openly, I think that I can. I think that I can, but I don't know if I would want to have cameras on me all the time. Because see, and I'm finna get ready to be real that way. And the reason why is because number one, I know I bust up all of the myths of stereotypical gay life, right? Because if y'all come up in here and look at this motherfucking house, this honey, this motherfucking 700 square foot apartment, honey, is a motherfucking war zone. They say cleanliness is next to godliness, but y'all will swear I'm Satan incarnate by this house. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is that when I'm by myself, I focus on my flaws so much, because I see me, and I see me now. I see me, and I just see my flaws. And as I'm getting older, trying to compete with the 17-year-old, the 25-year-old, the 35-year-old stuff, I try to act as if I'm not, but I know that will show in the documentary, and I don't know if I want folks to necessarily see that. I could talk about it, but I don't know if I want them to see it. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of it too, shit, I jack my dick too goddamn much. Shit, I'm around here.
Hey, how are you doing this evening? You all welcome to Edition T.
Well, you asked.
I'm their co-host, and this is my host, Big Meech. Hey, how you all doing there?
That's y'all said, oh, hey, wait, ho, you asked. And I told y'all, I said I was going to go there. I can't have friends around me all the time because shit, I don't know. I could be sitting on the couch and the movie will hit or whatever. I don't need no camera for that. I got my little phone bone partners that carry on. I can sit in there. Most of the time I talk to them, and usher them through a session or whatever. But hey, I have a phone boners and things, and we get down, and then of course, when I have
excuse me, did you say
phone boners?
Phone boners.
Yeah, phone boners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of folks are not into that. A lot of folks are not into it because they're like, I would rather have the real thing. But I always tell folks, your mind is your biggest sexual organ.
Yeah, but my motherfucking mind don't squirt.
Yeah, but I do. Okay.
I too.
You weren't ready. You weren't ready. Wait a minute, April laughing at me. She laughing. April laughing. April, don't laugh at me. Laugh with me, honey. Because do you feel me, April? Because April said no. She couldn't do it. She said no. Okay, wait a minute. Real says she said not everything. Okay, so that means you would edit your documentary. Okay, you would edit it. But one of the things about life, and this is why I'm as transparent as I am, because when I talk about my past, I talk about sexual addiction, I talk about being in the parks and in bathrooms, and I talk about that. I talk about being in abandoned buildings, and I talk about that openly because I can't run from it. It happened. It's a part of my past, and it helped shape me to who I am. And then it's part of that ugliness that a lot of folks don't want to talk about because when
you know what, I have to. I can't let you carry the torch by yourself because when you just said something, right? I started having flashes of my escapades. That's what we're going to call them tonight. Escapades.
That might be the title of the escapade. Oh, I like that.
Right. So I just thought about something. I was at a nightclub. I was in Norfolk, Virginia. And got with a young lady, and the conversation became challenging. Yeah, she like, I dare you. I don't think you would.
Oh, stop it. Okay.
At the time, I had a sports car. It was a hatchback, two-door.
Not the hatchback. Did you have the hatchback?
Yeah, I had the hatchback.
The hatchback.
So,
yes.
In the hatchback, you can let the seats down, the two little back seats. And maybe pull a little back right there and let the hatch up.
Right.
So I let the 2 seats down and had her climb in from the back. And I climbed in and let the hatch down because you couldn't see after that. It was all blacked out.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
All you know is the back of that sports car was just a rock.
Uh-huh.
But here's the hilarious part. The Daredevil stuff, we didn't realize what time it was when we were leaving the club, when we went to do the Daredevil thing. So we're out there working it out, and the club is letting out.
Not working it out. Okay, right.
Yeah, the club is letting out.
Uh-huh.
We don't hear it because it is so much ecstasy going on up in that motherfucking car that we don't hear nothing around us. It's going down.
Right.
And then somebody had rolled with me, and they were like standing outside the car talking to everybody, waiting on us to finish.
Oh, Lord, no, Jesus. No, Jesus. 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 Wait a minute. Jesus. I'm going to solo you. Jesus. Jesus. I'm going to solo you so you can have that moment.
So at this point, it's like she going, hey, somebody's outside. Somebody's outside. And I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because I ain't finna stop that stroke.
Right. Jesus. No.
I done found that spot. I'm going to keep on hitting that spot.
No, Jesus.
And they out there going, hey, man, you need a ride home? No, man, I'm waiting on my boy. And where your boy at? And they got quiet, and the car still rocking, and everybody going, oh, so it's like everybody outside the car.
Jesus. Jesus.
So everybody's standing around having parking lot conversation while we rocking this car.
No, Jesus. You ain't going to do the... Jesus. Why, Jesus? Why, Jesus?
So she says, okay. She was like, okay, we finished. Okay, she was like, let's get out. So I got to reach down and I popped the hatch, and the hatch go up. You know, you got the little body all up. Hatch go up. I back up out that motherfucker. I stand up. Now, granted, you can't get dressed in a hat, so I stand up and the
Yes, Lord. Okay.
So this was the time where you had coveralls. You wear one strap. So.
Oh my.
Yes. So I back out. I got to pull my coveralls up
and click right.
She got to find her bottle because ain't no light in there. Ain't no light till the catch come open. When the catch come open, you got the parking lot light.
No, Jesus, you didn't embarrass the girl like that. Jesus, why?
Hey, I was standing there like this, like, okay, but here go, that's what you always talk about. Here go that man shit. I got a motherfucker like shit. Whatever, like
exactly. Right. You got yours, right. And the hookup is nigga. Right, because now you finna get daps and shit. Right, okay, right. That man shit. Lord have mercy. Yeah.
And she come out, she can't look at nothing but the ground.
Right, because now she's shamed. She ain't got no girlfriend support. She ain't got no sister love. She ain't got nothing. But now all she got is whole residue. Okay.
And here's the fucked up thing. Her friends done left her because they saw her with me.
Yeah.
So now she want me to take her home. So now she got to ride in the back seat because, back then we don't love them hoes. You know what I'm saying?
You see me stop. I paused.
So
keep going.
So I'm in the
I'm not gonna look at you.
I'm in the front seat.
I'm solo you because I can't look at you.
I'm driving in the front seat, right? And I'm like this. Now she in the back seat. I can see her in the rearview mirror. I'm driving. My boy sitting over the passenger seat like this. We driving. I'm bumping my head to the music. And I'm telling her, just tell me left or right, because I don't know where she live at. I met her in the club. So I'm like, okay. So we ride and everything. And after a little, you know how that silent time when you're in the car?
Yeah, awkward silence, yeah.
I look over at my boy and everything. He over that motherfucker. He crying. He trying to hold his laughing. He like, you fuck the bitch and put her in the back seat. So I'm going like this. I'm looking at him like, And then, you know how you trying to hold your laugh in? When we get to her house, right?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
So we pull up and everything. I'm like, this is it right here. She's like, yeah. So I'm like, I said, let her out, man. So he get out, slide his seat up, and she get out and everything. And she say, bye, Lavelle. She said, you gonna call me and everything. I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow. And she was like, okay. And then she was like, you're not gonna say bye to me? I'm saying, okay. I said, all right, bye, young lady. I couldn't remember her name.
Young lady, clock it, young lady. Oh, you didn't know her name. Oh, you old hateful, dirty ass dog. Oh my God. But wait, you know what?
Now see, I done piped on her so bad she in love and ready to see me.
Right. She not in her head, she done already picked out the dress.
Yeah.
And she matching carpets and drapes and shit. She done already bought the house. In her head. In her motherfucking head. All because the trick was good.
But not knowing that I was still deciding whether I was ever going to show back up again or not.
You know what? Okay, let's go there. Let's go right there. Because I think my life in the sunshine. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Here we go. Because, see, being young and understanding sex, okay? Understanding sex, understanding no, you don't understand the power of it.
No, you don't.
And the power of it. What you know is that it is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand the power of it. Okay. Being young and in that particular capacity, and God help you if you have a skill. Okay. Because most folk don't.
Story of my life.
Those who do, and I know I'm skillful and I'm constantly learning and evolving and carrying on it, like I tell folks. But I know I study because do y'all remember the Double Day Book Club? How many of y'all remember the Double Day Book Club? Okay. And if you don't know what that is, for those of y'all who are younger, every Sunday in the circular, okay, when you get the coupons and carrying on, the Double Day Book Club used to have their little books and carrying on, right? And you could get 4 books for what it was $1. It was 4 books for $1. And then you had to commit to buying like 3 or 5 over the year, in the year's time. Okay. Now, if you bought a 5th book at a discounted price, they added that towards your commitment. You know, then you got 2 extra books. I always ordered everything sexual from there. So I had all of the sex manuals, the Joys of Sex. Then I found out they had the Joys of Gay Sex. All of, just the little manuals. Okay. I had all the
101 positions was on there.
Yes. 101 positions. Oh, you remember that book? Yes. So I got those particular books from them. And I was always studying and practicing and this, that, and the other, there was some that I just wasn't going to try because it just looked stupid and hard and carrying on. I'm not going to do that. But so that's what that was. And so you learn and then at that time I was a teenager. So I've always had this affinity for older guys. So older guys were teaching me some shit, that was like, oh, wait. And see, I'm like learning.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, you striking a nostalgic nerve. Hold on.
Oh, did I hit you?
Hold on.
Wait, he almost cut y'all. He said, oh, wait. He almost cut.
I found this position in the book. And what I'm going to say manual. Okay. But here's the thing. I was too young to know what I knew. That's why I've been in the trouble I've been all my life. Because I knew how to massage a Grafenberg at doggone 12 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So for me to hit a motherfucker that's 13, 14, 15, 16, I'm fucking their head up.
Right.
But here is the thing. There was this position. And when you take Just imagine the woman. Okay, let's say you got the girl. Put the okay on the back, legs all the way up, like feet by the ears, right?
Right.
Then you come by, you back up over the pussy.
Yes.
You back up with your legs open and you go straight down in them.
Right. Push up.
You go straight down. You on the push up. You on the bed. Push up.
Yeah, but you reverse on her. Right.
Yeah.
Let
me tell you something, bro. I don't care what a woman been through. I have made every woman like that climax lose their fucking mind and goddamn take me to the mall for the new Jordans every damn time. And what it was, I used to be like, what is exciting them so much? But then when I found out, I had to analyze the position because it felt wonderful. And then when you got you a freak, them balls slapping across her clit. And then you got your total freak and she massaging the balls because they right there.
They're right there, yeah. Right.
And for you niggas that's squeamish, you got you a real motherfucking woman.
Right.
I had a bitch that was bad with a feather, boy. That's all I can tell you.
Right.
I had a bitch that was bad with a feather. But when I thought, goddamn it, I was doing that position to take over, goddamn it, I was getting took over.
She got you. Right. She said, like, "Oh, you think you doing something? You forgot about Geronimo, didn't you,
bruh? That motherfucker goddamn pulled that feather from out of nowhere. I didn't even see that motherfucker. And that feather, I said, "Whoa, wait a minute, bitch! Whoa, what you doing?"
Right.
And that motherfucker goddamn grabbed. And she said, "No, keep going,
right."
You know what I was like? Before I knew it, I was laying on that motherfucking side, boy. I had bust the biggest orgasm I ever had in my motherfucking life. And she was like, that motherfucker got him and said, "Gotcha, bitch."
Right. Exactly. Right. Yeah, she countered you.
One motherfucker.
I'll see you in the position and I'll raise you a feather, bitch.
I'll raise you a feather.
Yes, Lord. Come on, Jesus.
Boy, I tell niggas all the time, you better be careful who you fuck with, because some people know.
You know what? And the beauty of it is that I enjoy learning. Okay, I enjoy learning, and of course, with sexual experiences and carrying on, if you close yourself off, okay, or think you know everything, honey, but that's, you know what, we're gonna take that across the board. Anytime you get to a point where you think you know, you can't nobody teach you shit,
I blame.
That's what you fuck up.
I blame homosexual, heterosexual, lesbian, and heterosexual women. All of them. I blame them all. That every woman. If you got 5 women, there's 3 of them in that group of 5 that walk their life like that. Yeah. Not knowing that they're missing out on levels.
Oh my
levels of intimacy that they wouldn't even fathom.
Yes. And when they experience it, this is how folks end up losing their mind and falling in love, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And what you had was an experience that you never had before. That ain't love, baby. It's just new to you and it opened you up. Okay. What they call your nose was open. Okay. Somebody nose. Okay.
My granddaddy.
I got the nose open. And so what ends up happening in those hello. Hey. I'll take a drink. Okay, I'm sorry.
Is my nephew
here? He here.
A little sneaky ass white boy.
He here. Yeah. He here. I said, I didn't know you was coming. He said, I didn't know either, but he had to come pick somebody up from the airport. So, yeah. I take him back home. So it's like, okay. But anywho, oftentimes we end up experiencing stuff, you know, when folks end up experiencing that and here's where it is, because I call this a jackass moment in my book.
I read that. Go ahead. Yeah,
I call it the jackass moment. And the jackass moment is when someone who you never thought had the capacity to say something to you ends up saying something and brings you pause and stops you right in the middle of your tracks because it was so profound and it was right, but you never thought it would come from that particular person. Okay, and I equate that to the biblical story of, they say, Saul before he became Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Was going to Damascus, and the jackass turned around to him and said, "Why are you beating me?"
Right.
Okay. Now that's a biblical story, and of course that threw him off because you never knew a jackass could talk. Okay. And so in that particular passage, I call it the jackass moment, when the person who you think ain't got no sense, okay, or you think can't teach you nothing, or whatever the case, whatever all that is, that's the person that end up fucking you up. Okay. Because they done said something or did something that was so profound and so right to where they taught you a lesson.
Let me tell you where I learned something. God rest her soul. That woman taught me a lot of hard lessons because she was rough on me, because I got a hold of her and I had her nose wide open.
Mm-hmm.
So she had to doggone pull out her A game.
Ooh.
And she flipped it on me down to the relationship.
Uh-huh.
To where I didn't know what the fuck to do. Because that motherfucker, when I say she goddamn was standing up damn near an arch, full arch. Cause I got this thing I call goddamn the Santa sleigh.
Yeah.
I get behind, I grab the motherfucking goddamn the
right, and pour the rain. Pour the rains, right.
Oh, Prancer, Donovan and Vixen. Yeah, so I was doing that, right?
Uh-huh.
And by her being flexible, she was able to lean back over and stick her tongue in my ear. And that motherfucker said, pull it out and put it in my ass. I was like, huh? And she reached back there and did it. And I was like, what the fuck is going on around here? And I said, okay. And that motherfucker was like, be still. And she did the work.
Right, she fucked you. Uh-huh. Right.
I was like, what the fuck just happened here?
Right. Right.
Then she started doing slow shit. I ain't gonna say slow shit because it was fucking me up, but I'll be like, I'm not fucking with her no more. I'm not going over there. I'm not going. I'm having these arguments with myself. I ain't going over there.
With yourself. Uh-huh.
And then I get a phone call between 12, 1, 2. Hey, what you doing? Didn't take my ass to bed, or either I'll be laying in the bed already. I don't want to bother you, she said, but I can't sleep. I'm like, well, take some, NyQuil or something. I said, that's what I do. No, I want you to come fuck me in my ass and then you can leave. Okay, I'm on the way. Right. I'm like, in my mind, I'm going. I'm arguing, like, boy, where is you going?
Right.
Like, why are you getting in the car?
Still going. Hey, still on the way, but you have this discussion. What you doing? Why the fuck you in this going to the fucking car?
You don't say where you
right.
going.
And it's almost, have you ever felt like it was an out-of-body experience?
Yes.
Okay. God, that's such a man thing. Because I know that feeling. Because it's like you can't stop yourself. It's like you absolutely astral projecting and looking at yourself, talking to yourself. Be like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? But you can't stop it.
But I blame myself because I have to be honest. A woman taught me some of the things that I have no business knowing.
Okay.
Okay. A woman. Now, I have fucked up a lot of females mentally. I'm gonna say intimate, my intimate and emotional and mental have became one in a lot of different women.
Meech,
I was married living in Gwinnett County. I had a woman know that my wife was out of town, pulled up at 2 o'clock in the morning in front of my house. I didn't know she knew where I lived. She was on the phone talking to me. She was like, I'm outside your house. I'm like, no, you're not. I said, because that'll get you killed. Don't do that.
Right.
And she was like, I know she in Chicago.
Wow.
I said, even if she is, I said, don't, you're not about outside my house. So while I'm talking, I'm going to the window. Her car is in the mailbox. I said, oh. I said, what do you want? She said, you think I'm finna waste these 3 days or 4 days or however long she gone and not get my dick all I want to get it? She said, because when she ain't doing her job, that's mine. I said, no, we're not gonna do that. And she was like, well, you need to come over to my house. I said, we're not gonna do that either. I said, I'm in the house. I'm gonna go to bed. You finna drive that motherfucker out this neighborhood and go to your house.
Right.
So I said, look, quit playing. Let's like talk to me tomorrow. Because now I'm spooked.
Right. Okay, right. Should have got you fucked your head up. Right.
So I hung up.
Head up.
She kept calling back. Then she got them call back, and I said, man, what are you doing? She said, just let me come in, fuck me, and I'll leave.
Wow.
And I'm like, you're not coming in this house like that, and I'm not doing it. You know what she said? You're going to open the door. I said, why would I open the door for you? She said, because you're going to be worried about who sees me. I said, I'm not worried about who sees you because nobody know who you are, and I ain't got to answer the door. Like that. She said, oh, you're going to want to answer the door. Look out your window. I have been fucking this girl so good, so well. Her head was so fucked up. Me. Matter of fact, you see my house where I live now. You see how my driveway is?
Yeah.
Imagine somebody parked on the street in front of my house, right?
Yeah.
Even out the window at them, and they decide they're going to make me open the door and let them in. And the way they do it is this bitch gets out her car, butt ball ass naked, and walk up my driveway.
I knew you were going to say that.
I looked out the damn one. I said, what the fuck? And I opened the door and snatched her in here. I said, have you lost your motherfucking mind?
Yeah.
Then she wants to play the push game. And she pushed me down and gave me the blowjob that made Hurricane Katrina look like a bitch. And then it happened. I fucked her in the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, me and my wife's bed. All the rules broke.
All the rules broke.
And she was just busting nuts all over the place because she was excited about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her
fantasy came true. God damn it. Oh.
This motherfucker was sucking from balls all up the back of my neck, all down my toes. I'm like, and I'm motherfucking in goddamn erogenous. Like, oh my Jesus. Like, this shit is movie shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we fall asleep on my living room floor. Fucked out.
Tired.
The sun come up. She takes my t-shirt, put it on, and scoot her ass to her car and leave. Now I'm in the house. Got to clean this entire motherfucking house.
Right.
Don't know where to start because we was everywhere. So I need to clean the whole house.
Right.
Nigga. I'm talking about your eyes will bleed with bleach when you walk in the door.
Right. Okay. Now, here's the question that you posed to me. Could you see that in the documentary?
I mean, see, that's the thing. That was an uncontrollable incident. So if you are doing a documentary, your ass is in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Even though I got caught later because I was right. I took the emotional and the physical and the mental and made an explosive ball with inside her doggone heart. And when I didn't want to bother with her no more, she literally came, and I'm trying to figure out how she came. I guess when one of them times we passed out fucking in the bed at night, it was all a setup.
Wow.
She came in my wife's porch and gave her the pictures.
Wow.
She printed them off.
Who took the pictures though?
She did.
Shut up.
She fucked me to sleep. Of course, somebody gonna know their sheet sets in their bedroom set.
Exactly. Of course. Right. Honey, I do that at the hotel I work for. Shit. I got when they make porn at the hotel, I'm like, bitch, it's damn my building. I know the code. Oh, child. The children at Black Rain did that one time. Black Rain Productions. Child, they had did a scene in my hotel, and the way the camera panned, I'm looking at the damn curtains. I'm like, those are curtains, right? And so I'm like, okay, they at a Westin because we're uniform. Okay, they at a Westin. Baby, they panned that goddamn camera by the window, and see at the Western Atlanta Airport. If you look out the window over the freeway, you saw the Sheraton, right? Baby, they panned that goddamn camera, and I saw the Sheraton across the damn freeway. I'm like, damn, they here. I'm like, who in the... And so now I'm trying to go in my head. I'm going to say this out loud. I don't want to try to timestamp it, right? So I'm security. So I went to our security cameras and tried to roll the tape. I tried to roll the tape back to see who checked in when,
right?
So to see who they were, and my timing was off. I'm like, no, this ain't the children, because every time I'm rolling back, I'm saying white kid, white kid, white kid. I'm like, what the black folks that checked in? Somebody got this goddamn room. Child, but I end up texting them. I said, listen, I work here, nigga. Shit. The next time y'all want to come here, I want to be on set. Shit, I'll get you my discount. That's the freaking me talking.
What April say?
She said, your ex-wife will return and clean your clock.
That's another story, April.
A whole different story. So, I said all this about, the whole documentary thing or whatever, because, I watched Mary J. Blige's documentary. Okay. And in watching that and how we're at the 25th anniversary of the My Life album. Okay. And it's hard to believe that was 25 years ago. I mean, shit. For most of us who still rocking that album, I'm not a Mary J. Blige fan like that. So let me put that out there. Okay. But it's kind of like I'm going to equate her the way how a lot of folks equate Diana Ross. Okay. There were a lot of folks who hated that bitch. They couldn't stand her, but they knew her hits and they loved her because of what was out there. Right.
Right. And
then you had the diehards who Ross could do whatever and she could do no wrong. I'm a Ross diehard. Okay. So what it was for Mary, I did not start buying Mary's music until the I'm Just Mary album. And I still didn't buy it because we still had Columbia Records and tapes. And I ordered it from Columbia House.
All right.
Okay. So, I bought it, but, I didn't go out to the record store to buy it. I think the very first album that I actually bought of Mary's was the MJB with I'm Just Fine on it.
You're fine.
Okay. That's when I went into the record store about, bitch, no, I need to have that album. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And her Christmas album. Did I buy that? I bought it, but no, I was supposed to buy it. I never bought it because she had a song on there that's a big band song that David Foster produced. I said, bitch, this is the music you need to be doing. Okay, because she floored me with that.
Let me ask you something.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get a chance to see the documentary.
Okay.
Now, did they even touch a little bit on how Puffy was paying her?
Paying her?
For that first album?
Well, what they did was the Puffy's in it. Okay, Puffy's in it. They didn't necessarily talk about what he did with the first album because they focused on My Life. Okay. They did talk about how he was a big brother to her and this, that, and the other, and you know how he was instrumental in shaping her career. Okay. They talked about a lot of how she got the record, how she got her record contract, you know, Andre Harrell coming in and this, that, and the other, you know, come to her house because she sang Anita Baker and this, that, and the other. They talked about all of that, but some of the intricacies of that, they hinted around it, but didn't get really into, you know. But a lot of that, when she talked about her pain and what she went through and the sadness of her and KC, which I would love to interview KC to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because we never heard his side of the story about why he was so abusive to her or this, that, and the other. We never heard that.
But you know, that was a like I say, that was a drug thing on both of them.
Both of their parts, yeah. She got into that, or how she got into it, you know, why she was drugging and carrying on, you know, wanting to escape the projects and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. You know, that whole idea of trying to cope, how everything became so fast and how everybody wanted her here, wanted her there, this, that, and the other, and her trying to cope, not understanding who she was, not knowing who she was. And
see what I'm saying? Nobody has ever confronted Puffy about how he doggone kept coking that damn thing to get that album out of her.
Wow. Okay, and they didn't touch on that. Not like that. She talked about how she was using it, but they didn't talk about it like that.
Nobody has confronted that asshole on how he doggone used that to keep her in the studio.
Okay.
Now here it is, you know she got a problem, and you're gonna present her with it to make her work.
But you know they did that with Natalie Cole.
Yeah.
A lot of the kids, I mean, hell, and Natalie talked about it in her movie. Natalie talked about that in her movie when the record producer came up in there and said, "Get her coke so I could get my album."
Mm-hmm.
When she had a meltdown in the studio, she was like, "I can't do this, I can't do this." And the producer came in there and said, Get her her goddamn cocaine so I could get my motherfucking album." Yeah, that's it. That's in Natalie's movie. I was like, "Ooh."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you something that Ann Nesby said to me in an interview when I had her on the radio show.
Mm-hmm.
She said to me, because I was talking about, you know, everybody and their rider, okay, what all the celebrities want in order to have this, what needs to be in my dressing room and all that kind of shit. And she said to me something that I had never considered. She said, "You have to understand that a lot of folks are superstitious in this building. I mean, in this business."
Oh yeah,
I
for sure.
said, "Wow, wait a minute." And she said, "No, baby." She said, "That's why." She said, "Because you have to look at it from this perspective. If they had a real good night, especially if they haven't had a night like that, because they had Casablanca lilies that was flown in from Europe."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She said, so that's what they're going to want in their dressing room at all times. So she said a lot of times the riders are that way because the folks get superstitious. And then, of course, there's the ridiculousness because there's just some folks to where I want all blue M&Ms in my dressing room.
Yeah. Did you know? Okay. Did you know? I bet you didn't know this. If you're on the same floor as R. Kelly and he's staying in the most high-end suite, you know, hotels, if he's transporting from the room to the elevator or elevator to the room, his security will make everybody go back in their room or stand against the wall, facing the wall.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't want nobody in the hallway when he's in the hallway. Nobody bothered him, saying nothing to him.
That's ridiculous. And the sad thing about it is that we are in a world that allows that bullshit to happen.
Yep.
Nigga, the fuck do you think that you are? Bitch, I done paid my money just like you did to be in this goddamn hotel. I'm trying to go handle my business just like you. Nigga, if you don't get your monkey ass down that hallway.
His people paid extra money. So like he on the floor, right?
Right.
And his people got 5, it says 10 rooms. They got 5 rooms, but the other 5 occupied by some corporate people, whatever. They got nothing to do with it, right?
Right.
They pay extra for the front desk or security to motherfucking make sure that nobody steps out their room for that transition time.
That's crazy. And everybody do it for the coin, honey. They do it simply for the coin.
Yeah.
You know, I know at mine there are certain I guess we'll call them certain courtesies that we will give to guests, you know, high profile guests and carrying on. You know, we will allow them to use the service elevators and carrying on, you know, so that they don't get into with the crowds and all of that kind of jazz and things of that nature. So yeah, I understand what we go through, but at the same time, there's certain hoops that we just ain't gonna cross, and shit like that. I mean, I think about what the hospital did with Beyonce and Jay-Z when they was having Blue Ivy, how they shut down an entire ward.
Yeah.
And ushered her in with nobody being able to see her, and they done put tarps and shit up. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Bitch, you having a baby like every other woman who has had a baby. Now, understand that you Beyonce, but bitch, girl. And we allow that. See, this is the problem that I have with society. And maybe because, and I know I look at how I am with you know, Patty and Stephanie. You know, those are my number ones, okay? Simultaneously, their mother and daughter. I know how I look at them, but they are still human. Okay? They are still human. And God damn it, hell, when I had Selena Johnson, the very first time I interviewed Selena Johnson on my show, what made that interview so motherfucking real to me is she was cooking and she burned the spinach. She said, damn it, I done burned the spinach. That's in the interview. You can't pay for that because we see that you are a real fucking person. You burn shit like we do. Okay? Right. You got to start over from scratch just like everybody else. And
I thought she was absolutely wonderful when that second time we interviewed her.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and me and her had some stuff in common that we were going to discuss later on in life. I just, you know what I'm saying? I didn't expect her to be that real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was impressionable to me. I mean, I really respected her. That's like her credibility, her position in the music with me went through the roof from that time.
Right. Right.
Because I'm one of them people that if you're gonna interact and let me into some of your emotional stuff, because remember we was talking about her book and everything.
Right.
When you let me in like that, that tells me that you're not playing the God role.
Exactly. And a lot of us, you know, the Beehive and the wait a minute, honey. Everybody got little names for the little
what's old girl name for her little club people? The Barbies for what's the name of it?
Wait a minute.
The big butt girl.
Megan?
No, not what Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. Okay.
The Barbie. That was her clique, the Barbie.
Right. Okay, the Barbie. Lady Gaga got the Monsters. Okay. Hell, T.S. Madison got the Maddie Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, a lot of the people, you know, when you are fans of celebrities and carrying on, we understand it because I know who I swoon after and they could do no wrong. But when we get to the point where we idolize them to a point when we forget that they're human, you know, and put them in godlike status, that there is where I think we end up losing. to know that Beyonce has the Church of Beyonce.
Okay, can we go past that? Because I already read that shit. Can we go past that? No.
Wait.
No. No. No.
And it's set that way. I got to explain it to the people. I got to explain it. What they have done is taking this approach where they use Beyonce songs and the lyrics of this Beyonce songs as shape sermons around these songs to empower the congregation. And they add biblical scriptures to these words and to these lyrics in order to, and it's the Church of Beyonce.
You heard it? Huh? The Church of Beyonce.
I'm joking. They praising her teenager.
And when I first heard it, because I think there's one big one, and I think that was in California somewhere, but I thought there was one here in Georgia too. Okay, because the very first one that I saw looked like it was low budget, and it looked like it was like a small starter church, and I thought that was here in Georgia, but then there's a bigger one that I think is in California, and they call themselves that. As a matter of fact, I think it's a documentary on it. I have to find it. But I think that's...
Okay, look, when I saw that, I said I was not going to dwell on that. I'm not going to speak on that. I'm not going to... I feel like you're cursing God, man. I just can't do it. I can't.
It's called Beyonce Mass. That's what it is. Okay, Beyonce Mass. I know the bitches will fall out if she ever walked up in there. I know they would absolutely have a fucking fit. You can't tell me that they won't.
I'm trying to figure out why she has not addressed it.
Interesting. Let me read you this. It said, what is Beyonce Mass? What if Flaws It All, quote unquote, I think that's one of her songs, was a song about a complicated relationship with God. And Survivor spoke to how Black women thrive even when they're undervalued and underestimated. Beyonce Mass is a womanist worship service that uses the music and personal life of Beyonce as a tool to foster an empowering conversation about Black women, their lives, their bodies, and their voices. Curated by Reverend Yolanda Norton, the H. Eugene Furlow Chair of Black Church Studies at San Francisco Theology Seminary, this groundbreaking spiritual experience has gathered thousands of people at worship services from Southern California to Portugal. So, bitch, went international the way this, and looking at this child, they done had masses 2018, then in San Francisco, 2 in San Francisco.
You became a millionaire of Beyonce name. And
right.
And the Lord.
Harlem, Brooklyn, Los Angeles, Lisbon, Portugal, University of Redlands.
Okay, this goes back to what you said. Why do they allow this?
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. Okay.
In other news.
So, right. What's in other news? Right.
Yes.
That's a good one. You know what? Let me take a break right there. That's a good place to pause. That's a good place to pause because it's like, wow, wow. Just wow. Okay, stick with us, child. We'll be right back in a few moments.
Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip-hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate. Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570.
Have you tried Big Rob popcorn? It's a wonderful anytime snack that everyone will love. Available in 3 flavors. Grown and Sexy, which is the perfect mix of cheddar, cheese, and caramel. Sugar Shack, a fruitful flavored mix of watermelon and apple. So delicious and good. How about spicy butter and white cheddar? Everyone loves it. That's why it's called good. All Big Rob snacks are manufactured in an FDA-approved facility and flash sealed for freshness, safety, and worldwide delivery. To order, call or text 937-367-8650. That's 937-367-8650. Or contact Big Rob via Instagram at HeyBigRob. As the holidays approach, take advantage of the holiday special. Purchase more than 2 bags and receive a free CD. Call or text 937-367-8650 to place your order now. Big Rob Popcorn, the perfect snack that you will love. It's so delicious.
We're not asking for your permission. We're not seeking your approval. We're claiming what's ours in the name of our ancestors. We are their answered prayers. This is more than a movement. This is a revolution. Black innocence. What are yours today? Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meat at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com. The views and opinions expressed here on Dishing Tea TV are strictly those of the hosts and guests of this program. They do not reflect the views and opinions or governing actions of any of the sponsors or affiliates of Dishing Tea Entertainment, Artist First Entertainment, Big Guy ENT, Atlanta Hot Radio, Black GDP TV, or Diversity TV. Your viewing and listening discretion is advised.
All right, and we are back. I usually come back after the commercial break when we do the views expressed on this show, honey, are not necessarily ours. Okay, they are ours, but are not affiliated with anybody else, right? However, I wanted to play that autism awareness clip before we came in because today was our second annual autism awareness fundraiser that SHERO Hero Car Club, along with Atlanta Hot Radio, Dishing Tea Entertainment, and Let's Talk Without NIKKI, we all came together as one body to raise funds for autism awareness. And a lot of y'all may ask exactly what is autism. And according to this, I went to autismspeaks.com. I'm sorry, .org.
.org.
Autism.org. And this here is what they have to say. So I'm going to read to you a couple of paragraphs. It says here, autism or autism spectrum disorder, ASD, refers to a broad range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, speech and nonverbal communication. Uh, According to the Centers for Disease Control, autism affects an estimate 1 in 54 children in the United States today. We know that there are a lot that there is no one autism, but many subtypes, most influenced by a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Because autism is a spectrum disorder, each person with autism has a distinct set of strengths and challenges. The way the ways in each the ways in which people with autism learn, think, and problem solve can range from highly skilled to severely challenged. Some people with ASD may require significant support in their daily lives, while others may need less support and, in some cases, live entirely independently. Okay. Several factors may influence the development of autism, and it is often accompanied by sensory sensitivities and medical issues such as gastrointestinal disorders or GI, seizures or sleep disorders, as well as mental health challenges such as anxiety, depression, and attention issues. Okay. It says signs of autism usually appear by age 2 or 3. Some associated development delays can appear even earlier, and often it can be diagnosed as early as 18 months. Research shows that early intervention leads to positive outcomes later in life for people with autism. Okay. And I wanted to talk about this because for a lot of people, they really don't understand why this is important to us,
Right.
and why we chose this to be one of our many charities that we support. Okay. I know for me, for those of you who heard of Asperger's, okay, Asperger's is also on that spectrum of autism.
Autism, right.
And usually Asperger's are usually those who really don't know how to socially connect with people. Okay. They're very introverted kind of folks. And when they try to connect with folks, it's usually awkward or I'm trying to put this in layman's terms. It's usually out of pocket for most people. Okay. To where you don't know where they're coming from. And oftentimes they're just trying to relate and don't know. So they may cross a lot of boundaries and they may do this, that, and the other. I have a son, one of my gay children, honey, who has Asperger's, and he is developing. He's coming into a little bit more of himself, you know. However, um, there are some challenges there that keeps him from being as socially active as he would like. You know, he's highly functional, highly intelligent. He speaks very well. It's just that he has no social, you know, his social skills need to be developed on a personal interaction, you know, with other people outside of those that are family members. And and that's his particular case. So we chose this because it's very dear to Big Red, and oftentimes um, a lot of folks don't understand the significance of it. You had alluded to that. We're talking with Selena Johnson, so go ahead on and tell your story as to why this is important to you.
Well, I mean, everybody doesn't know. I mean, I have a 16-year-old son. Trey, that's actually his photo on the flyer you all saw during the commercial. Not only that, it was in the beginning of me and his mom's relationship. It was pretty much I was the 100% caregiver. You know what I'm saying? I did all the schooling, the counseling, everything that had to do with anything in his development as he was becoming an age. It got more and more interested in me because I was able to see different, like he was like me just said, the different aspects, the different levels, different doggone angles of it. And you started to get more of an understanding. You know, sometimes you have to jump right into stuff in order to understand it. Because if you stand offish on something, it only keeps you at an ignorant standpoint. You know what I'm saying? And ignorant not being a, you know what I'm saying, derogatory thrash at anybody, but everybody knows the definition of ignorance is just not knowing, you know what I'm saying, not having the knowledge of. So I was an ignorant factor in the beginning of it, but of course, when it's your child, you become more interested in what can you do to reverse, fix, or develop your child in order for him to have some type of sense of normalcy in life. So I started seeing things. I was reaching out to Toni Braxton. She has an autistic child as well. And and I started, you know what I'm saying, I started running. And once you get into that circle, you start seeing people that you didn't even realize, like people that you talk to every day. They don't speak of it because everybody doesn't understand exactly what it is or how to deal with it. But people that you socialize with in everyday life, they may have an autistic child, sister, brother, or something, or cousin right in their own home. You don't know that.
Right.
But as people get to see that you are understanding of it, and they see that when you do get introduced to those particular people in their family, that you know how to approach them, you know how not to approach them, you know about some of the triggers, because believe it or not, some of the triggers are some things that are normal life to us. You know what I'm saying? You could turn a light on, a bright light, and set them off. A loud noise, set them off. You know, you can do something as simple as disrupt the OCD section, and there's an OCD spirit inside a lot of autistic children, where you can actually, and this is a fun thing I do with my son. I will go in and rearrange his gym shoes that I purchased him, but you know I got him on that Jordan kick, so he likes it. But I would go in and rearrange his gym shoes just to see him go put them right back. You know, and to me, that shows a sense of doggone intelligence to me, because I mean, all aspect. How many people you know that's grown that you can go in their room and switch places with a few pair of their shoes and they even notice it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I did get a chance to talk to Selena Johnson, and we got on the subject, and she wrote a book as well where she speaks on it. It became, you know, to me, it gets surreal when you see that entertainer, celebrity, and people that have these high profile lives are dealing with the same things you are dealing with. And because of their level of life, you able to feed off of them and learn stuff or get resources that you didn't know existed. Because believe it or not, you know what I'm saying, like everything else in our communities, if you don't go looking for it, they're not going to advertise it. They don't give a damn. You have to care more. So I tell everybody, I implore you, even if this does not affect or touch your life, you know what I'm saying, this week, just for 1 week, stay out of McDonald's and doggone send that money to these institutions that are helping these children and have things developing every day. Give them a normalcy of life. Because believe it or not, they have high schools, they have colleges for autistic children that are, you know, and they have developmental institutes where that's teaching them to transform into doggone independency in life, setting them up with jobs and everything, training the whole 9 yards, giving them some sense of normalcy. So it's really a big thing, and I implore you, if you just take a little time out of life, and you know what I'm saying, and give that little money that you waste on frivolous stuff, because every little bit helps. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about my child; it's about every autistic child in the world. So, again, I thank y'all for listening, and if y'all want to be a part of what we did today with our car club entity, you know what I'm saying, we do this every year. This is the second annual year that we do the big cookout. We sell the plates, the sodas, the chips, and everything. The kids on the park, playground. We have a good time out there. With all donations and everything purchased, we take it and we have Autism Speaks. We are representatives of that here in Atlanta. And if you want to cash app it, you can cash app it, because between SHERO Hero Car Club and Atlanta Hot Radio, this is what we do. And we're going to continue to do it every year until it gets so big that we end up somewhere at the Congress Center. It's going to be that serious, because we need people to continue to understand that it takes a village. I'm a big red.
Okay. Now listen, let me add this caveat on to that, because see, for those of y'all, you have to understand, not only is the research important so that we can find out what causes this, but we also have to have resources in place so that we can train people on how to respond to people with autism. We talk about police officers and carrying on. What's the one child, the one baby that they put the plastic bag over his head?
Oh shit. Oh.
Okay. And oh wait a minute. Oh my God. Wait a minute. I didn't think it was gonna take that wasn't supposed to hit me like that. But that baby was on the spectrum. Okay. He was on the spectrum, and because the police officers didn't know how to deal with him on top of the bullshit that they did. You understand? They didn't recognize that he was his normal activities was he was coming home from work. He was in his set routine. They
Yeah.
interrupted his routine, which made him antsy. Okay, which made him antsy, and so he's acting out because the routine. This is abnormal.
Right.
He called out for his parents. Okay, and called out, be like, no, something, to say this is not right. Don't touch me, because he knows you're invading his space. Please don't touch me. Don't touch me. Okay, because that was a violation. Okay, I'm not supposed to be this emotional over this, but I think that is probably one of the most heinous examples that we have to show why.
But it's not even just that. I didn't even bring this to you all because this is a burden and a worry. It's a stickler that we as parents of autistic children carry around every day.
Yes.
The part of your every waking thought. You know what I'm saying? Your subconscious, foreconscious, whatever. And that situation happened, but I didn't even bring this to you all because I just thought it was just crazy. But and was it Texas?
Mm-hmm.
They found a 12-year-old boy that they had been looking for 2 or 3 days. It had autism, and they found him in the river.
What?
Couldn't find him, and when they found him 2 or 3 days later, he was dead in the river.
My God.
Autistic kids like water.
They love water. So when you see something that just don't look right, we need to know how to deal with it as a community. Because if somebody would have paid attention, they could have stopped it from happening. Or if anybody did something to this child, it's going to come out.
Right.
It's going to come out. And when it comes out, you better hope to God somebody like me is not standing by you.
I heard that.
But that happened, and immediately my son's mother, she got in touch with me, and we got to talking. And so they got this new thing that they got that's called Angel Sense.
Uh-huh.
And it's a tracking device that we can put on him. And I'll be able to track it from here on my phone. If anything outside of his normal doggone routine happens, it'll alert me, and it'll alert her.
Okay. Oh. Should I
But-
just my leg?
So that's pretty much what that took us to. You know what I'm saying? It's things like this. I feel like, okay, the government can do everything else. The things like that should be free
Mm-hmm.
in this country, but it doesn't matter because, you know what I'm saying, it was for him. We split it, paid for it, and then now we got to figure out we're going to split them. It's a monthly fee for the service. They have a service.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's getting a monetary gain off of something that should be happening anyway, so we can keep up with these children.
That also should be covered by insurance.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But that has happened after the plastic bag incident.
Mm. Mm. So stuff like this that where it makes this real for us. Okay. And to put that into the spectrum. Now, I don't know if Down syndrome is still considered to be on that same spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that it is, but I had to research that to make sure. But
Well,
No.
Down syndrome is based on the level of
Mm-hmm.
there's severities in that.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's communicable, situations
Mm-hmm.
where
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You can tell by the look, but you can't tell by the interaction.
Right. Right. So because of that, children, this was very important to us. We did very well today. We had a wonderful turnout. You know, we
I was
sold
looking
out.
at, did you realize that we had somebody drive from Macon, Georgia, up?
Macon, Georgia. We had Macon, Georgia in the house. They drove us specifically to come to our event.
Yeah.
And got caught in traffic. They said this was a 2.5-hour drive for us. Okay, because the traffic had gotten so bad. But they came up and gave us a beautiful donation, and oh wow, I was overwhelmed. And then of course I got in my feelings, honey, because
Oh.
my hormones got to go on, honey, because there was one of the children, honey. Okay, White Knight, honey, this is his name. Child, that boy was everything, honey, that I admire in the male specimen, honey. But then he hurt my feelings. Okay. Number one, I did not assume that he was, one of the alphabet children, honey, but my spidey senses was going on. But I didn't call him out on it, okay? That ain't my business. I could admire from afar. However, what happened was, we got to talk about my sister, okay, Miss Stephanie Mills, all right? We got to talk about my sister. And he played that, who is she? Right? And I thought he was playing. So myself and his captain, we looking at each other like, oh, I'm about to clutch my pearls. But what? That's sacrilege as far as I was concerned. Then he said, no, I'm just playing. My mama used to play her around the house all the time. Right there was when my face started to chip. Right? Because you know how when you take ice cube and you get that initial crack, you got that initial crack, but the ice cube didn't loosen yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. So then he went. He said, no, I know who she is because my mother used to play this song all the time. And he didn't know the name of the song, so he went and played the song. And of course, I knew it from the first few bars. I said, oh, that's Never Knew Love Like This Before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He said, yeah, my mom used to play this all the time. My mom's. I said, well, wait a minute. You keep saying that. I said, well, tell me, honey, how old is your mom? He said, oh, my mom just turned 51. That's when the ice cracked, right? Because I just turned fucking 51. So I'm like, motherfucker. I said, well, baby, how old are you? 28. I went to the other end of the goddamn shit.
Hey, one thing I can say about you, bro, you are consistent. You stayed fucking with Smells.
You so damn dumb. Oh, oh. Child, that boy I was like, good evening, my God, today, honey. I was like, oh, give me a couple of biscuits, baby, because we finna sop up all of this. All I got to do is ease my way up in here so I can get the right conversation. And when I thought I had it, baby, that motherfucker backfired the fuck on me. And I was like, no. And of course, after he said that, then all of a sudden he started to look like one of my nephews. And so whatever lusting I had, it just dissipated because now he done became family.
My mind's telling me no.
I was heartbroken.
Yeah, at the moment there.
Just heartbroken. But they came all the way from Macon, you know, to come and to bless us and to partake with us and carrying on. So, what was the name of their group? Mopar? No, not Mopar. Something muscle something.
Muscle in motion.
That's it. Okay. And then, wait a minute. We had another group that came up, honey. They were new to us. Okay.
Maniac. What I'm talking about?
Yeah, they were very new to us, honey. And we were like, oh wow, wait a minute, honey. You know, and a couple of them I've seen around. I'm like, I know you, and I know that your partner, honey, the vanilla chocolate, honey, that was walking around with all the tats. And I'm like, no, I've seen y'all somewhere. I know you two. And yeah, so they came over fellowship with us and blessed us nicely and things. So we had a very, very, very good turnout. And for our second annual, you know, we did very well. The goal that I had in my head, we met and surpassed it. So that was lovely. And wonderful, 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 wonderful. So thank you to all who come out. And you know, you hear about fundraisers and carrying on, you know, and maybe a lot of folks come out just because you just want to come out. And oftentimes folks don't realize or understand the reason for the fundraiser, or you hear something, but like, oh, okay, and you know about it, but really don't understand it. You know, that's why I wanted to talk about what autism is and get you guys to understand a few things about it so that it can open up your mind to have the conversation, to do further research, to understand it. If you would like to still donate, there's still time. You see the Cash App that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Atlanta Hot Radio ENT, and Atlanta Hot is with 2 T's. Okay, you can donate there. And for autism awareness, and we would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you and your efforts and helping us to.
If you do it there, make sure you put in who you represent in the tag thing and what it's for.
Yes. Put down, label it as autism and then put down who you're representing so that we can give you your credit and shout you out. Okay. If you're with other car clubs or whatever, that's wonderful. Shout out your car club in the reference.
Don't even have to be TV show, businesses.
Yeah, whoever you are.
I don't care if you sell snowballs on the corner in Jamaica. As long as we do something to help these kids.
He says snowballs on the corner in Jamaica. Okay. So that there is that. So we thank you and we appreciate you greatly for all of your support. Now listen, as we're going through supporting, we have information coming soon, but we've just secured our venue. So if you're going to be in the Atlanta area, we want you to save the date. The date is July 23rd, 2020. July 23rd, 2020. Okay. Excuse me, 2021. I'm thinking 2020. Beat it, girl.
You can't get it back.
We can't get it back, honey. We lost 2020. COVID took 2020. Okay. But 2021, honey. Okay. +1. Ha. 2021 +1. Ha. Here in Atlanta, more specifically in College Park, at the Magic Luxury Occasions Event Facility. That's the name of it. Okay, MLO. Okay. 2479 Riverdale Road, College Park, Georgia. It is right there in the Family Dollar Plaza, or also known as the Jamestown Plaza here in College Park. We will be hosting our first annual cabaret show night, honey. Tentatively, we're calling it, honey. The category is T-Row Hero. Okay. Tentatively, okay. I may change it but right now that's because the category is T-Row Hero. Okay. And so what's going on is District T Entertainment is turning 12 years old as of July 1st. And SHERO Hero Card Club, honey, we are turning 1 year old. Okay. Well, it's our first anniversary as a card club. Um, and so we are having an entire weekend of festivities going on July 23rd, 24th, and 25th. So I want you guys to make sure that you go follow us on Instagram. What's the Instagram? Is it SHERO Card Club?
Yep, SHERO Card Club.
SHERO Card Club. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, SHERO Card Club. Okay, and you, as we get the flyers and stuff, you're going to be seeing what's coming and what's to come and things of that nature. But we do have 100 tickets that we got to sell for July 23rd. So if you want to see Samantha Stevens' Divinity and possibly Gigi LaBelle and Scarletta LaBella Mafia Carmichael, darling, and all the way from Baltimore, Maryland, honey, the First Lady of Gospel, my sister, honey, Miss Helena Hologram, will be in the building.
Yep.
Okay. So, yes, we're going to sit down and have a really good time, honey. So, again, tickets are available. $20 in advance or $25 at the door. Okay. July 23rd, 2021. Okay, so we want you to save that date and make sure that you come on down to Keno because you get to see Samantha, darling. If you've not seen her, trust me, you're in for a treat. Okay, you are in for a treat. So that there is what's going on with us. So let me do this. I'm gonna take another little commercial break, and when we come back, yeah, we're gonna have something else to talk about for your nerve, honey.
Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate. Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570.
Are you ready to continue the journey with talk show host, internet sensation, and author of Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey, Big Meech? He is offering another installment of thought-provoking ideas, principles, and metaphors that will encourage, enlighten, inspire, uplift, and catapult you into a brand new evolution of accepting yourself in your total truth. Revelations, affirmations, and confirmations. The new book by Big Meech is infused with conversations of love and inspiration that gets right down to the real nitty-gritty. It will confront the reader with the proverbial mirror in an effort to take a deep, closer look within to find all that one needs to propel forward and make life happen. Get your copy today on Amazon.com or go to www.dishingtea.com. That's www.dishingtea.com. For more information, contact Big Meech at 404-914-5610. Revelations, affirmations, and confirmations. This message has been brought to you by Too Deep and Pastor Don Jr., CEO of the winning team.
All right, and we are back, my darlings. So, at this particular time, we're going to take these last few of the moments, honey, to...
Hey, Nike just dropped the Air Force One, right? All white, low top. And when he's all white when you get dressed at home. And when you walk outside, the motherfucker started flip flopping in pastel pinks and purples and shit.
How does it do that?
Nigga, I don't know. It's the dopest shoe I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm like, shit. Cupcake just sent it to me.
Okay. Okay.
You know how them paint jars where they flip flopping?
Yeah.
They do that, and they do that in soft pastel colors.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Baby, baby, baby.
There you go.
Baby, baby, baby.
I just finished it.
Okay. Here's the tea. Right now, baby, we are in. I want to send out. Hold your send up your praise report, your prayers, or however you do, for the city of Detroit, because early this morning we woke up to y'all know Eric Buckner, the CEO of the HOTT Network. Y'all know he's been on here a few times.
Right.
And he sent an email in our messenger group here that he was going to be stuck at home because Detroit flooded. And I was like, what? So he sent a picture, and I'm not sure if this was his block or not, but there was so much rain and shit that had happened in Detroit to where there was so much water, all you saw was the top of the cars.
The fuck?
And I was like, what, we've never flooded like that. What the fuck is going on? So I immediately called my mother. And I was like, Mama, y'all all right over there? She said, well, no, not really. I said, what you mean? She said, well, the basement got hit. Okay. And my niece and nephew there, that same little motherfucker I'm talking about, from earlier, he and his twin, they made the basement their bedroom.
Mm.
And the water got to rising, and my niece got scared because they thought it was going to take over the bed, because it didn't get that high, but it got high enough, and it started to subside or whatever. But they were expecting more rain today. When I know early this morning when I was looking on the news, they were saying that there was a whole thing coming through the Midwest, so Michigan, Illinois, and whatever is in that whole little line that they had. A lot of folks were being hit by all this damn rain. And they kept saying flash floods, but Detroit has never flooded like that. Okay. And it threw me off. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can pull this up, because I want y'all to really understand the magnitude of this particular.
The way Detroit's system is built. How are they flooding like that? Like, what the fuck is?
And that's right. That's the key.
Because
okay, what the hell is going on?
The same system like Chicago got. It goes right back into Michigan.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can share y'all this. Okay, this particular image. I'm gonna share this because this here is just hold on, is that it? Wait a minute. Yeah, that is it. Okay. Y'all see that?
Damn, man, look at this shit. You can see the roof.
Detroit. And that was this morning. That's on the freeway. That I-94, that's the freeway. You know that because I take you in Chicago.
Right.
Okay, that's what that is. And this is wow.
On the interstate.
Okay.
Rain ain't having. What is this? We about to catch that shit in me.
So so I won't. What we're experiencing. A lot of states now. The religion trying to tell you, honey, that we're in the last days. Okay. And Carrie, Nick, you want to come up in? I see you done came up in.
Hey, I
Hey,
was
you okay?
listening.
Yeah, we saw you in the comments.
Yeah, I'm still overwhelmed about that thing in Detroit. That's crazy. That's super crazy. Like, that's why I'm like, does that ever happen? When I asked you earlier, like, has that ever happened before? When you said no,
Right.
I'm like, well, what the
We don't.
hell?
Yeah, we don't
But
flood
the
like
crazy
that.
thing about that is what crazy, Nikki. That's what blowing me because okay, we both me and matter of fact, Meech and I have talked about this. That
Mhm.
Chicago and Detroit shares Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Right. I've heard y'all say that.
Right, it share Lake Michigan. The sewer system that we have and the water things that we use, it's like some stuff you might see in a movie where you see people running through those little tunnel areas and all that.
Yeah.
We have those, so it should never be no standing water. The water should always be going right back out to the damn lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just crazy. I was like, whoa. Like, what the hell? I mean, is it something to do with I don't even understand how that much rain just it's just weird to me. Like, I don't freaking know what the hell is going on.
We need to know what the water level of Lake Michigan is in by Detroit and see if it's over. You know how they measure the levels each year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We need to find out how much more over the normal level it is for this time of year.
Right. Right. And then on top of it, we got to look at those sewer systems because the pipes in
Right.
Detroit has not been the best. Okay, the
Um,
care for those particular pipes have it really needs some work and carrying on.
mhm.
Constantly. I don't know if for those of y'all who live in big cities where the sewer systems and stuff, we got a lot of debris and a lot of folks don't come clean the
Right.
sewers and
Right.
the gutters and the grates and stuff you see in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
They get
Mhm.
clogged up with all kinds of debris and trees and limbs
Right.
and leaves and all that kind of stuff, and it starts to clog up the system. Well,
Mhm.
we don't have folks who adequately take care of those things the way that we should. Okay,
That's
and
true.
oftentimes, every time we've had floods, is because something has clogged up. The sewer pipeline has clogged up, and it starts to back up. The danger
Right.
becomes when we start to get raw sewage onto the streets.
Right.
Okay, that's where the danger comes because see now we have the potential for all kinds of bacteria and diseases to go forth. Okay,
I know
and
I feel like
so
from time to time we have stuff like that from heavy rains, but y'all know we in a valley.
right,
We're the Delaware Valley. So it happens like that because we have so many dips in certain places, and it's like,
Mhm.
but it's still like so crazy when you see it because you're like, well, why the hell y'all know that will happen from time to time? Where the provisions to make sure this shit don't happen?
But
Mhm.
that's the same thing. Katrina should have never happened because
Right.
for years, if you fly above New Orleans, okay, yeah, I said it like I did there. New Orleans, you fly
Okay.
right, you
I
fly
hear you.
if you fly above there, it's shaped like a cereal bowl. So everything is down in there. So of course it's gonna fill with water. How much can one dam do?
Right.
Right.
Okay, imagine a cereal bowl in the morning. You got a Jeep Jeffro cereal bowl.
Right.
Okay, and you got that one little straw thing, the kitty bowl with the sippy thing.
Mhm.
That's all it. That one dam right there. Okay, now it's filled up past there. We already know water seeks its weakest point.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
guess
it
what?
will.
If that fills that up, the entire city of New Orleans and all that shit is down in the middle of the bowl.
Right.
Right.
That's your cereal, honey. Right. Why you
Mhm.
wonder why your cornflakes get soggy?
But the thing about that is, when it comes to shit like population control, gentrification, they do shit. It might sound like a conspiracy theory if you want, but whenever they need to control the population, what happened? A disaster happened. A
Right.
pandemic happened.
Yeah.
And then look, people can't afford to rebuild and shit like that. But for some reason, it starts looking beautiful again. But the people that lived there before ain't the same ones living there now.
Right. They can't afford to live there either.
Right.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Stuff is crazy, man.
It is.
It's not good.
So on that note,
Misha, what you eating?
Them French fries.
I'm eating my chicken.
The milk is nasty.
Okay. So yeah. So on that note, folks, what we're gonna do, we're gonna let you guys get back to your Saturday evening. We thank you for coming out, letting us be a part of it. We now have to sit back because we had a full weekend. Huh?
This shit right here do not make you learn math no faster. Just know that that's a public service announcement.
That child says smart water do not make you learn.
You get on my damn nerves.
No faster.
You get on my entire nerves. You understand? Yes, that's exactly what he deserved. That. I was sitting there watching him telling the story. I said, "Here come this motherfucker."
Okay. But yes, sweetie. We thank you for allowing us to be a part of it. And again, when I first started this off, and I'm still hot about it. I'm still hot, but I'm not as hot as I once was. I have to calm myself down to where I'm not in dire straits of, making irrational decisions. Mm-hmm. However, I said what the fuck I said, and I know it's still Saturday. Mm-hmm. But I said what the fuck I said. Parents.
I think it's been I said what the fuck I said weekend, because remember I popped it off last night.
Yeah. Parents, we're going to recap this. There is no way on this side of creation that anything that you are raising, that you birthed, that you adopted, that you have become legal custodians over, anything that is in your household, that you supply lights, gas, food, shelter, clothing, medical, schooling, toilet paper, all kinds of candies and treats. All kinds of washing your ass with soap and shampoo and conditioner, making sure they get to dental appointments and carrying on, making sure they get to see the eye doctor and whatever.
You just said $1 million worth of shit.
There is no way on this side of creation that anything that you caring for to have the audacity to act like they got enough balls to step to you as if they're your motherfucking equal.
Come on.
You understand? I don't give a fuck how old they get. How old they become. How old in their head they think they are. Anytime that you still footing the motherfucking bill, bitch, nobody should ever step to you that you have under your roof and raised to be your motherfucking equal. And if they do, that there deserves a what? A layout flat on their motherfucking asses.
Come on, preach.
You understand me? And I'm calling out Mr. Malik Mornay Rice.
Yep, and until you apologize to your mama.
You understand me?
With your punk ass.
That little motherfucker there, his ass has Uncle Meech's name written all over it in 17 different motherfucking languages.
Whoa!
You understand me?
Cole, why you say you get your ass whooped in German?
And I meant it.
Hey, Nikki, I called in. Hey, you know how I do. I'm a true gangster. I did it right here on the show live. I phoned a friend. I got in Detroit. I got somebody on standby.
Okay.
Listen, no. And Nick, you
missed Buck at? Send Buck over there.
Huh?
I said, where Buck at? Send Buck over there.
Okay.
I got somebody that's gonna go over there and slap his ass, motherfucker, straight.
We don't play that. And why there's a couple of things, and I've been saying this all so long. She was my sister before she was your mother.
Okay. Come on.
Okay.
Get that part right. Get that part together.
That's what I need you to know.
Hold
That
on,
she was my
hey, hold on. What you say? Uh-oh.
What happened? What Cupcake say?
Here come the cake.
Yeah, listen, I got a son, and I be damned. He 8 right now. I be damned. I will put him through the fucking wall and call it a day. Would you not?
Hello?
Y'all look, listen, to all the little kids out here, y'all little disrespectful millennium asses need to sit down, because if it weren't for your parents, you wouldn't have shit.
Come on.
All that run up on your parents, that ain't gonna happen. Because at the end of the day,
Please run up on me. Please run up on me.
that's what I said. I'm gonna tell every parent out here, y'all can be mad if y'all want to. If I see your kid run up on you, best believe I'm beating their ass, and you can say what you want to say. But
I done told y'all the story before. When Molly told me his little friend, he had a little white friend, and his mom was older when she had him, right? Right out there in McDonough off 218, little Winston. I think he lived down in Griffin now. Cussed his mother out. Molly said they was in the room, and his mother came in the room, and this motherfucker said, "Didn't I tell you not to come in my fucking room?" Molly said, Molly is my youngest child, and Molly is crazy as fuck. Molly said, Mom, I was sitting there because I'm thinking we both about to die. But she didn't do nothing, she's scared of him and whatnot. So he told me, when I heard him at my house, I said, hey, that's Winston down there. Molly said, yeah. I said, good, I ain't seen him in a long time. Yo, I came down my motherfucking steps and jumped over the goddamn love seat and jumped on his motherfucking ass. I fucked him up in there. And then I let my damn BB gun loose on his ass. He was like, Miss Nigga, you got it. Y'all understand, I have a 9mm CO2 metal bullet BB gun. Tore his motherfucking ass up. And then when I saw his mother, I said, did your son tell you that I whooped his ass? That lady looked at me and cried in Walmart and said, thank you.
I had to do that. My thing of it is,
she cried in that motherfucking Walmart right off 218. She said, thank you.
Y'all gotta understand, y'all millennials gotta know, because y'all do all that woofing and bucking at your parents, but when they die, you be the first one crying.
Crawling in the casket and shit.
They be the first ones ready to jump in the goddamn thing.
Hey, I got grown ass kids, and guess what? They don't even print the kind of money you can pay them. They not even pay them to do nothing to me, or got them get out of pocket with me. You can't even pay. No.
Listen, and y'all heard
be around our kids all the damn time. Y'all hear Mook fucking 31 years old. Keisha's 32 years old. Timmy is 34 years old. Them motherfuckers cuss and be like, sorry, Mom, sorry. But even if, because I always be like, well, if you're mad, I know you needed to get off your chest. You ain't talking to me. You're just having a conversation. But if they cuss in front of me, they be like, sorry, Mom, sorry. Like, get your fucking kids together, because I don't understand the disrespect. Like, the disrespect is crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, even when Molly be getting mad and he try to say something fly, I said, and when I see him, I'll bust your motherfucking ass. And before I give him a hug, when I go to see him, I bust his motherfucking ass. Mom, I'm sorry. Oh, I know you're sorry, but I ain't forget, my ass bastard.
And that's the part. Let me say,
tell him, I know you're sorry, but I didn't fucking forget.
Let me say this, because oftentimes, see, what we're calling disrespectful, we have allowed, we haven't allowed them. These new particular fangled parents think that it's cool.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Where their kids can talk and they can relate in their language and all that little bullshit or whatever. Okay. And what has happened, remember we said this before, whenever you don't check them when they're kids, when they got their goddamn mouth, if you don't check them when they're kids, because they call somebody else a bitch or they call somebody else a lie.
Right, you think it is cute.
Okay.
You think it is cute.
Now they have stepped up, and now because this is regular behavior, okay, this here becomes, oh, well, they could tell you that too. And if you didn't check it then, it's too late to check it now, because see, now it becomes foreign.
Or when they trying to act like, I don't know where they get that from. Yes, the fuck you do.
Yes, you do, because all you got to do is look in the mirror.
Yeah.
If you look in the mirror, they go get that right from, they know what it is. In my nephew's case, see what we have here, we got a soon-to-be 17-year-old who's smelling his ass.
Smelling itself. Yup.
Okay. That's what we have here.
Because that is the doggone program. I call it punch a son, yoke a daughter. That's what
Come on.
Right.
And
because had you gave his ass almost damn near shaking baby syndrome a little while ago.
You gotta remember though,
shake the shit out of that motherfucking ass. He wouldn't have been able to do it.
I'm one of them people. I'm gonna tell you. I'm like I say it all the time. When you push me there, and I have said it in my household, I'll be like, you know what? You motherfuckers got me fucked up because these hands are sexual. I'll punch a bitch in the face too.
Me too. Okay. Come on. Would you tell him? Would you tell him?
You're not safe because you got a vagina. I'm gonna punch your ass in the face too. Because you know why? You put the request in.
Sure did. That mouth wasn't. Listen, you wasn't scared when you was talking shit.
Right. Don't punk out now. Don't be a victim now.
Right.
Okay.
What's the matter?
Yeah, we yeah, and
right here. Before they was talking, they got down was standing there drinking this shit right here. That's what it was.
Right. Smart one.
That shit right
I'll tell y'all, look.
Trying to, I've got to make a maneuver because I almost canceled the show because I was about to go rent a car and drive.
Oh.
And as mad as I am, honey, it's a 12-hour drive. I could do it in 9.5.
Yeah, most of them say 12, it is 9.5. Unless
okay. So yeah. And go snatch up a motherfucker, honey, because see, yeah, you think that you know somebody, and then wait, Nick, you missed it.
What happened?
When I called him, y'all check your messengers because I sent y'all the video.
Okay.
His brother sent me that video I just sent y'all.
Okay. Okay.
So I calls. He goes, yes, and I said, hey. He said, hello, and who is this? I said, who the fuck you think it is?
Oh.
Okay, and you got all this mouth to holler at my sister the way that you hollered at her. You got something to say? What's going on?
What's up?
He hung up.
He hung up on you?
Ooh.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh
God.
What? Oh, he hung the phone up. Yeah.
I know
wait. Wait.
Oh.
So I called my sister. I said, where's that little motherfucker? I said, where is that little motherfucker? And I'm yeah. He in the living room. I said, tell him I said to come to the goddamn phone. Okay. She calls him to the back and she hands him the phone. And I said, oh, so you hung up on me, huh? Yes. And I said, why? Because I'm cussing. What's up?
Wait, he admit, yes. He had a sister enough to say the phone hung up.
Well, you know, it gets better.
And I said, oh, why? Because I'm cussing. I said, you got all this mouth. I said, what you got to say? He says to me, I don't mean no disrespect, but sir, you don't know me, and I don't know you.
I know that. Ooh.
And he said something else, but I did not hear it because my sister jumped in and said, that's your uncle. Don't you be disrespectful. I said, And then he gave the phone back to her and walked off.
And walked off? Oh.
He walked the fuck off, girl.
Oh.
So I said, no, don't. I said, because he's entitled to feel the way that he feels. I said, but tell him this. I said, the next time that I see him, know that is an ass whooping. And I'm because that motherfucking ass is all mine. And like I said, he got my name written on his ass in 17 motherfucking different languages.
Ooh, baby.
You understand me?
Whoa. These motherfuckers.
Oh
Ooh.
yes. Oh yes. So since you understand, you want to be sir. Let me show you all the. Yeah. Okay. Since you want to be, since I'm sir.
I need you to continue not to know me. That way I won't feel so bad about being.
Oh, honey,
That part.
yeah,
I don't
right.
need you to know because then I won't feel bad. Yes, Red. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I am. And then, of course, like I said, that's my sister. And when you watch the video, you will understand what I'm talking about because you acted as if you are equal. Number one. Number two, Essie Lorraine is in that house.
Which is why I want to go up there.
That's what I was about to say. Ain't your mama there?
My mama in that house.
Oh.
Okay. And I know because my mother and I have talked. She said, if I wasn't hurting as bad as I was, you know me. I said, Mama,
Ooh.
I'm scared of the fact that, because I know she tried to let my sisters raise their kids their way.
Oh, he think because he got a little
Yeah,
size.
but they in her house.
Hey, he think because he got a little size on him, he won't nobody fuck him up, huh?
Yeah.
They kill me when they start getting a little taller. I wish I was a little bit taller.
No, he's a big boy. He one of them niggas that think he a bully.
He got a little taller. He got a little weight on him and shit. You see, he walking around, got his titties flopping and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what about motherfuckers like that. I'm gonna tell you something, Meek. Goddamn, put on these motherfucking black boots and motherfucking black jeans and shit, and I motherfucking goddamn went down there. And I walk in that bitch with black gloves on, black hat, and don't say shit.
Look, ski mask up on that motherfucker. See how motherfucking tough he is.
Don't say shit.
Right.
I don't say a fucking word. You'll be a whole bitch in 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you like talking shit to your mama.
I wouldn't say a motherfucking word.
Ain't nothing to say.
I would come in that motherfucker and just stand there and look at him.
That shit is crazy. These fucking kids, I don't know what the fuck.
I'm gonna tell you, but he gonna be looking like right there, and he gonna be like, who in the fuck is this big ass nigga, and why is he coming in here and just staring at me? Ain't saying hi to fucking nobody.
Right. Okay.
What his dumb ass gonna do, he either gonna motherfucking goddamn sit his ass down somewhere, or he gonna motherfucking turn around and try to buck. But by the time he buck, he gonna have so much fear in him, he ain't gonna know.
Okay.
I'm gonna beat the hell out of him.
Exactly.
See, that's the motherfucker's mental. He'll be so motherfucking goddamn fearful because he don't know who he motherfucking running up against.
Right.
That's why I tell him all the time, don't talk. Just stand there.
Mm-hmm.
Because the motherfucker gonna drop that goddamn all that wolf ticket shit. When they see that wolf ticket shit ain't moving nobody, and all you gotta do is not argue back. A nigga like him, you don't argue back with.
And you don't need to. Just beat his ass. Walk right up on him, bust his ass.
Bro, you know how many times,
that's all
times I have stood in a club with a nigga calling me everything under the sun, and I never said a word back, never flinched, never raised my hands. I just stood there and looked at him. And he just started talking and the hand movement like this asshole doing. All that, blah, 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 and blah, 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 and he got down and I'm just looking at him. And guess what happens? As soon as he touched me in some kind of way, even if he put his hand on his shoulder, you see what I'm talking about, nigga? As soon as you touch me, bah! Somebody give me that.
Mm-hmm.
Warning him. I don't do all that goddamn bullshit scrapping and everything. I'm gonna let your ass stand there and wolf till you motherfucking tired. And when I give your ass one of these motherfucking elbows, it's gonna be the last one you ate.
But it's always the ones, you know, as a mom, you go to hell and back for your motherfucking kids. You understand?
Right.
You go to hell and back for your kids, whether you're the perfect mom or not so good mom, whatever it is. You still under the motherfucking roof with me, and I got to be doing a little bit of something.
I just watched the
video. For you to stand on 2 feet and talk to your mother like you done lost your motherfucking mind. as my Nigerian friends like to say, "Oh, you grown wings." That's what they tell their kids.
Right. Because
when their kids get out of pocket, they say, "Oh, you grown wings now."
Yeah, because see, and that's where I am. See, you got wings that you want to take fight because it's with that particular attitude, it's time for you to get the fuck on out the house.
Period.
See, because now you want to sit down here, you want to play motherfucking game. You think you a man? And see, like I said, he done found out he got a little dick. He done found out that his friends is that he like to smoke weed and shit from I've been told. See, he like to come home late at night and shit. You know, go hit the little joint or whatever, be all out and doing what the fuck it is that he doing. And I'm also told that he got an older bitch, honey, on his arm some damn well. See.
Well, maybe she can be the one to pick.
Oh, somebody done put it on her.
Listen.
And it's smelling itself.
See, and that's the problem right there. See, I'm the motherfucker for people like him is the damn put his ass out with nothing. I need everything. I bought them drawers. I'm gonna see if that old bitch pick you up while you're naked outside.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Tell her to come and get your ass.
Yeah. Okay. So now since you think you're a man, it's time.
It's time. Go out there and be a man, but you're gonna start butt naked because everything I bought is mine.
Right.
And this is the thing that gets me, because for most kids, even the kids that will try their parents, what they don't do is try the grandparents. So the fact that under your grandmother's roof, you thought it was cool to be disrespectful to your mother.
Mm-hmm.
So you just all the way smelling yourself.
Oh, girl. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't doing it because I motherfucking goddamn. I kicked the motherfucking stepson of mine. When I kicked him, I kicked this motherfucker square in his chest. My heel hit his solar plex, and the rest of my foot was in his chest.
How about that?
That nigga flew 5 or 6 feet into a motherfucking goddamn drywall motherfucking wall, and his body print was in that bitch. He had drywall all in his hair. I tried to kick that bitch through the wall.
Exactly.
But what got him is he stood there in my face when I told him, yo, we need to be cleaning up today, knocking this stuff out in the house. I said, I told him I don't want no company here today, so we can go ahead and finish up. He had company with him. They walking up to I had the garage up. You know what this motherfucker said? He told them, man, don't be listening to that. You ain't got to listen to him, man. Y'all come in my room.
Really? Oh, okay.
When he said that, I looked at them. I said, out here is an ass whooping. In there is breaking and entering. I'm going to shoot you.
Right.
I said, now, make a conscious choice. You think it's his house or mine? So he stood there. He gonna step to me, showing out. You know, it's one little
girl. Oh, honey, yeah.
One little girl in the crew that he think, goddamn, he got shot. So he stepped in my face in front of his friends. Nigga, I'm sick and tired of your motherfucking ass. I said, boy, let me tell you something. Go on in the house and think about what just happened, dog, and we'll get back to the conversation. Nah, look there. If I want my friends to come on in, and before he could finish that whole statement,
right,
that motherfucking goddamn what? The bloom! The motherfucking kids got this skedaddling on down that motherfucking driveway. Like, oh, no, this the wrong house. Yeah, this the wrong house. I was trying not to put my hands on them in front of them.
Right.
And all he had to do was say, y'all, I'm going to get up with y'all later. We got to clean up. Yep. Now you done got your ass whooped and embarrassed, and they going to clown you for the rest of your life. Because as long as they your friend, they going to say, remember that time your step-pop fucked you up in front of all of us?
Yeah, remember that time he kicked your ass across the garage into the fucking wall? Yeah.
Right. Damn, you got knocked the fuck out.
Oh, you couldn't get them motherfuckers to say nothing. They turned around like soldiers and motherfuckers started going down their goddamn driveway.
Right.
Because in their mind, they like, shit, if he fucked his own up, what do you think he'd do to us?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And people don't think about that. I used to tell people that same shit, like when we were doing the music heavy. I tell motherfuckers, if I don't fire one of my kids, you think I give a fuck about you?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
That part.
Please no.
But
It's
yeah,
I ain't taking it from my own. You think I'm gonna take it from somebody else's?
hello. But say not me. I'm going to be level-headed with this. And I had to call my sister, and I cussed her ass out too.
No, don't be level-headed. Give the ass whooping it deserves.
Oh no. When I say level-headed is because I'm in my right mind versus being emotional.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you could give a real good ass whooping.
Oh no. This ass whooping here is going to be well vetted.
Is there gonna be one for the books?
Oh God, yeah.
All right. Make sure you video. Ain't that how all the kids do it? You don't go live. This video is for our pleasure.
This ass whooping goes on the gram. Okay.
No,
No, don't put it on the gram. They might try to come lock you up. Just let us see it.
The fuck I said. Okay, because ain't not now law gonna tell me about nothing that comes after here.
Okay.
Ain't now law. And that's the problem with parents. Y'all have sit down here and let laws try to sit down here and dictate your motherfucking house. There is nothing. There is nothing.
You call them motherfucking cops. Tell them to come and get your motherfucking ass.
You understand? There's nothing that a law can tell me about anything that's been pushed out of a motherfucking ass that came after me. You understand?
Come on.
That was raised in the same household as me. Okay? Now, if I didn't do that with my siblings, you know motherfucking well, I'm not going to do that with their children. Their offspring, the second generation, are you motherfucking playing? That does not even fucking compute.
These motherfucking kids, they got the game. How they say they got the game fucked up.
That does not even motherfucking compute. I don't give a damn what pronouns we using. I don't give a damn how much we done got all sophisticated with technology, honey. Parenting is parenting. And motherfucker, one of the things that we do know is this. When teenagers become teenagers and start smelling their asses, there's a time where women got to sit down there and check their motherfucking daughters, and where a man got to check that motherfucking boy. Because their hormones get twisted. And you start to believe that because you are capable of making a decision or two, that you think that you know every motherfucking thing, and that life is supposed to revolve around you and your newfound credentials and your newfound adulthood, and you still a kid. Okay? And I tell this to every 18-year-old, motherfucker, you ain't grown, you legal. That means
that's it. And you ain't even really legal because you can't even go in the bar.
Listen, you ain't grown because you can't buy liquor till you 20 motherfucking one. You can't buy cigarettes till you 21. So you ain't grown yet, nigga. You legal. Legally, listen, you are an adult.
This is what happened when I tried it back in the day. Now, I didn't cuss my mom out or nothing like that, but she was yelling at me about something, right?
Right.
And I forget what it was, but matter of fact, I think I was pregnant with Timmy because y'all know I was just about to turn 17 when I had Timmy. I was still 16 years old. And she said something to me, and I forget what happened, but she threw the broom, and our house was pretty big. So she threw the broom from the kitchen to where I was in the living room, and it was like a far away. Right. And I still say to this day, I am 51 years old. I still say to this day, I don't know what spirit that was that jumped inside of me, because I promise you it wasn't me. But whatever spirit that was jumped inside of me and said, that's why you missed. She fucked me up. I'm pregnant with Timmy. She fucked me up.
Baby.
Listen. And I ain't never get off pleasure, nothing like it, because I ain't never, but even something as simple as saying you missed, that's disrespectful. It's like, who the fuck you talking to in my house? And I might have just been hormonal because I was pregnant and whatnot, but I ain't had, but I think I had 3 beatings, but I can only remember 2.
Man, look
I
at
think I had like 3 beatings in my whole entire life, and I still remember that motherfucker.
Nikki.
Huh?
I remember saying these words right here. Man, I ain't
Was it you or was it the spirit?
Man, I don't know how that. You know what? I think it was a spirit because my dad was a big dude.
I think so. See, go ahead. What you had said too?
He
What's the
said,
spirit saying?
man, I'm not even trying to hit it. And in
Oh,
saying it, I stood up.
you.
And when I stood up, I thought Mike Tyson broke in the house.
Boy.
Because I remember I was standing, and then that pretty red basement floor was like an inch away from my eyeball.
Them damn spirits. I don't know what the hell.
And then I hold on. Then the demon of a whooped ass jumped in me, right? And it was that spirit demon. And I'm going up the stairs because I done got motherfucking mugged. Like 3 people jumped on me. I'm up the stairs. Next thing you know, now it's all me. I'm so angry and retarded because he doesn't goddamn beat me retarded with goddamn about 6 punches. I'm going up the damn stairs and I'm saying everything like I'm in the streets. Oh no, fuck that motherfucker. Bring your motherfucker outside.
Cast them demons out. Cast them demons out.
I was like, no, fuck that. Look, I'm going up the basement stairs. Wait a minute. I'm going up the basement stairs. By the time I get to the top of the stairs, I'm leaking from the initial ass whooping, right? The blood hit my shirt. And I did like this. And my grandmother looked, she said, what's going on? And I was like, I said, I'm finna whoop your son ass. She was like, hey, watch out. I was like,
well, you had a whole, you needed an exorcism.
Oh, boy, I turned straight into it. I'm finna whoop his motherfucker. You don't put your motherfucking hand. I'm effing. They looking at me like the good guy, 4.0 student. Like, what the fuck just happened? So, I motherfucker got there. When I go to reach for that door, my grandmother said, boy, you don't want to go out in that yard. And I was like this, and I'm like, no, she made me sit down. And he come up the stairs. He said, no, let's take your motherfucker. He rolling his sleeves. Let's go outside, motherfucker. You a man today? Like that. And he trying to get around his mama to me. She turning her back to him.
Right.
And
trying to save your damn life.
Now here she getting pissed because now I'm getting more courage because Granny's standing in between. And I'm Lord.
Don't hold me back. Don't hold me back. Don't hold me back.
I'm like, get out the way. Let him pass. I'm gonna beat his motherfucking ass. Put his hands on me. And he, oh my God, it was like exploding. The next thing you know, it took my Uncle Stanley to come down there and yoke me up from behind over the chair and out the back door. And he said, boy, is you crazy? He said, I'm the motherfucker in the house, and I don't play with your daddy like that.
It made me think about, remember that time when Cat Williams had the thing? He kept saying, them goddamn insurgents. The insurgents done took over your damn body.
Hey, let me tell you something. My father was so upset with me that we was in the same house for damn near 2.5, 3 weeks. He did not even look at me or speak a fucking word. 100% silent treatment.
Because he couldn't, honey. Because if anything had to come out, you'd have had a rebuttal, and it would have.
And that would have been it. Your daddy would have been in jail.
It would have been right there. Listen, I did not have that with my father until I was 22, and I told y'all that when he called my name.
I remember you told us.
Yeah.
Okay, but that was a little different. Okay, because it wasn't me. I was already adult. I had went through my pubescent age and carrying on. And so it wasn't me trying to stand up to him man to man. What that was it was time for us to have that conversation because he didn't earn the right to call me that. So this is a hurt boy talking to my father, and we having that conversation. But I'm gonna tell you this. It was Esther Lorraine. And she was in her bottle on top of it.
Oh.
Well,
when he do the web. Well,
Demetrius, okay, was very assertive, and I was at that point where it had just got on my nerves, okay? Because I got tired of her drinking and carrying on, and then I got tired of all the responsibility being on me at that particular time, right?
got it. Yeah.
So what had happened was
What happened?
she and I had started to have a bout with words.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
And so it was almost like a tit for tat kind of thing, playing tennis.
Was you playing Pong?
And she would hit it back harder, thinking that and I would volley it back. Right?
Oh, yeah, you was clowning.
Oh, I was clowning.
You're trying to win.
He's trying to win. You know you can't win.
But wait. This is where it is, because the abyss was trying to win intellectually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that my mother's a very smart woman. And what happened was she had got so pissed with the conversation to where the next thing I know, I got hemmed up at the refrigerator. Bam, 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 bam. And so now my jaw is shaking because she didn't hit me in my face. She hit me everywhere else. And I'm trying not to cry in front of her, right? But my jaw twitching. And in my head said, push this bitch out the way.
Oh, boy. That good.
However, though I wasn't going to do it because I knew better, it must have read on my face.
Because I'm trying to gather myself. You told you to what?
Move this bitch out the way. In that voice, right?
Really? Wow. How that work out for you?
I heard it. Oh, but I didn't act on it, but my face said that I heard it.
Now you know our faces don't lie. So did she read it? She read it, right? She read it.
But you got to remember, Meech. You got to remember, when that voice comes, it'd be too late.
Right?
Yeah, because your face upset it. She heard it. She heard it.
It was an out loud thought. And I was like, no. My face had already said that I ascertained it, right? And my face read it. My face said that I heard that motherfucker.
Late,
right?
Oh, Lord.
Do you know I had my mother tell me it's my face? She was pregnant with my brother in her 8th month. And she told me I couldn't go out with this girl I was supposed to take to the movies because I didn't do something I was supposed to do. So she was like, oh, you ain't going nowhere. Knowing the girl was on the way. So when the girl knocked on the door, I have to tell her that I'm not going. And then when I tell the girl, she upset. I can't have company. I tell the girl to go back home. So when I come in, I'm going to my room. I'm pissed. She walks by me and say, ha, 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 ha. I bet you know what to do next time. And laughed in my face. And when she did it, before I know it, that inner Eddie Murphy jumped out of me and said, choke her.
Oh!
And I leaped and grabbed my mother. And I grabbed her by her neck.
I know the hell you lying.
And when I grabbed her, I couldn't even get my hands to clench because all of a sudden, like the Matrix, my brother daddy snatched my ass up like, whoa.
Exactly.
and threw me down the hall in my room. I don't even remember hitting the carpet. I remember hitting the door. Okay. And then when I looked up, when I'm trying to get myself together and get up off the damn floor, her ass already in there with that belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she beat the hallelujah brakes off my ass.
Well, she was supposed to.
You know what?
And for me to try to stop it, let me tell you how evil of a child I was.
You ain't grabbed that belt.
Man, I was the only child for 9 years, and here you come with your belly swole, and then you doggone mess with me. And before I know it, I'm grabbing belts, and I'm doggone kicking my feet so you'll back up because your stomach right there. And that's when I found out what a stepdad was, because he said, I got this.
Okay. Because you had completely lost your damn mind.
I had lost my ever-loving motherfucking mind at that moment.
I know this motherfucker ain't trying to show out on my wife.
No, honey. Yeah. But see, you know, and we're sharing these stories, people, because it's not to say that we haven't gone through it. And let me add a caveat here, because I want folks to hear this, because this may be, it's not a saving grace because he's still getting his ass whooped, but
yep, we still had to get our asses whooped.
He's still getting their ass whooping. But the whole thing of it is this. I'm not trying to dismiss the feelings, because as we all have said, we got mad at our parents because they did something that we thought was foul. Okay?
Right.
We mad and carrying on. The thing of it is that what Esther Lorraine had to show us, as she taught us, was this. You can have your opinion and you can express them, but what you will understand is that I am always the mother.
Look, what's that thing? What you not gonna do?
What you not gonna do?
And please understand, in the words of every mother's famous words, I ain't one of your little friends.
I ain't none of your motherfucking friends.
Right.
Okay. And you're not going to talk to me as if we're on the same level. Okay. So yeah. So with my mom, and I'm sure all of you, both of you have we've talked about this, so I know you had the same experience. We could go to them with anything.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was all in a matter of presentation. I can't go to, like I told y'all before, the first time I went to my mom about a boy problem, okay, I talked to her differently about that problem and had the same problem. I went to go talk to my good girlfriends, and they got all the locker room version of it. Bitch, we fucked and we did that, we did. I can't go to Lorraine like that. Okay.
Come on. And you better not. And you better not.
Hello. You know?
Because she ain't one of your little friends.
Okay. I'm gonna get a pal. So no, we don't do that. Okay. And so this is where this is, because, you know, for those of y'all who are traditional, and I know y'all, somebody go come up in here and say, well, the Bible say that the Bible say parents be slow to cause your children, or to lead your children to wrath or to anger. Okay. And carry it on. You know, and because they always say, you know, obey thy mother and thy father in all thy ways, you know. And
our days shall be long.
And our days shall be longer. But the caveat is, do not provoke your children to anger and wrath.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that's the part that they don't like to teach. Do not provoke your children to anger and wrath. Now, provoking can be very subjective. Okay. Because when you got kids that's half crazy anyway, all it takes is for the pencil to drop on the floor and sound crazy for them to snap. Okay?
Right.
So now...
Because please understand that we do have to understand that, as much as like when we used to want to say, oh, some get on my nerves, and the old people say, you ain't got no nerves.
You ain't got no nerves.
Kids do get stressed, probably more now than ever. Mm-hmm. Kids are stressed out. But I don't give a fuck how stressed you is. When you feel like you want to stand 10 toes down here, baby, what they say, the God made us in his image, right? Baby, your arm's too short to box with God. Please don't play with me. And for all your young children that don't know what that means, just
Look it
go
up.
type in "your arms too short to box with God."
Look it up.
Okay.
Look it up. So there you have it, children. That there is of that. Okay. Your arm too short.
Come on.
For God. Ooh.
This ain't what you want. I promise you.
So now,
Because no matter what you stressed out about, trust and believe your mama or whoever your caregiver is stressed out 20, 40, 50, 100 times worse than what you stressed out about.
You know what? From my people point of view, you know what I'm saying? One of the great ones, one of the greatest that ever did it. From Richard Pryor.
Okay.
Richard Pryor had this skit that he did, right? And it was about that same inner voice that you have as a preteen and whatever.
That want to get you fucked up.
That voice will get you. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'll never forget this. He said that he was out and he felt like fucking with somebody, and his neighbor was Jim Brown. And he said Jim Brown was over there and he was like, "Hey man, what's going on?" Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like. So he said, "Well, I could be nice." He said, "But." He said, "No, I'm gonna try this nigga today." And he said his inner self said, "Ain't shit going on, nigga. Who the fuck you asking?" Just like that. And then his inner self jumped out, and his real self jumped out and said, "No, nigga, you can't fight."
Yeah, just know that sometimes your inner voice might get you fucked up.
Yeah.
So you need to be prepared.
And he said he went through that with Jim Brown several times. And this kid, he said he used to want to fuck with him because he was so big and tough with that image. So he said he went out to the damn novelty store and he bought a rubber brick. And he put the rubber brick real neat on his front yard so it looked like the regular rest of the bricks. And he said when he came home that time, he said, Jim said, "What's up, little nigga?" He said, "Little nigga," he said, "This little nigga bust your ass. Who fuck you think you talking to?" Like that. He said, Jim Brown laughed. "That's what's up." Right. He said, "That's what's up, little nigga." He said, "Didn't I tell you don't call me little nigga?" So he reached back and he picked up the rubber brick and threw it. He fucked around and threw the wrong brick.
Oh. No, sir.
I know you lying.
Loose here.
The brick hit him and the man started bleeding. He said, "I'm gonna fuck you up, you know that, right?" And he said at that point, he was looking down and he saw the rubber brick and he said, his inner self jumped out and said, "Why you keep fucking with this man?"
Lord.
And every time I hear that, them skits, that tell you right there that your inner self will get you in trouble because sometimes you motherfucker want to, what they say, step to the challenge. Okay. But ain't no challenge is something you can't win. You don't disrespect.
I was getting ready to say, sometimes you need to have a conversation with that inner voice because you just listen to that motherfucker.
Right.
And sometimes that inner voice ain't who you think it is. It ain't always spirit. Well, it be spirit, but it don't always be a good one.
You imagine how many men have motherfucking got their ass burned up because that inner voice, instead of keeping it in their head, the wife motherfucking speaks her mind about something, and they forget to keep the shit up here.
Right.
Out right here while they walking off and they say, "Bitch, you got me fucked up." What'd you say? And then he going, "Oh no."
Okay, right.
That shit right there is that inner shit. You got to learn to control it.
Okay.
Well, we had a great day today. You know what I'm saying? God is good. We had blessed.
We did. Today was a good day.
Awesome autism awareness.
It was.
I appreciate everybody's efforts.
Exactly. So, having said that, we're going to let you guys go here. We said that about a half hour ago or so, but this got good. And
Sorry, y'all.
we wanted to.
My bad. Hey, but I will leave y'all with something cute today. We had somebody come up to give a donation, and they didn't want to give it to Meech because he was twerking.
Meech was twerking half the day, y'all.
Hey, I didn't know it, though. The man came over and said, who do I give the money to? And I said, give it to the treasurer. I said, he got the purple hat on. He said, oh, okay. He said, and he stopped. And he said, wait a minute. He said, I'm not going over there. I said, what you mean? I looked up, and he was twerking. And I said, oh. I said, okay. Okay. And I started, and I said, well, just hold on. I figured like he was going to stop in a minute, but he was goddamn going. He was fired up. So I said,
the music got good.
I said, Meech, okay, hey.
That music was good, wasn't it?
Listen, it was.
I twerked today, y'all.
It was a cute little song, and I'm trying to think of what the song was.
Everybody was twerking because I came back from the grill, sat down, and Simply Bree came out there. She was out there hanging out with us today, and she came over there. She said, "Red." I said, what? She said, I came back over there. Somebody said Nate was over here twerking.
We was all twerking today.
I said, everybody
Simply Bree looked at Thickums and said, wait, is that a challenge? I said, oh shit.
Okay. The music got good, and I was serving someone. They had just ordered, a couple hamburgers or whatever. So I gave her the burgers and things, and I was handing her the condiments, the ketchup and mustard and thing. And while I was there, I was just, shaking, doing my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. And all of a sudden, now I'm in front of a straight man, honey, who was delicious. I'm in front of a straight man. Okay.
Mike from Aces High? Oh, good.
You ain't no good. That's what the ultimate pot stirrer right there.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yeah. But I wasn't necessarily dancing to be, because I was in front of him or for him. It was just a song, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he said, "Hey, what you doing?" And when he said that, I was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna stop the groove." So then I got a little, feisty with him. Okay. Right.
Meech was twerking today, y'all. He was killing it. Y'all missed it.
Wait,
y'all might not have missed it because I'm sure we got some footage of it because Mook was filming and Country was filming. Oh, I'm sure we got some of it.
Good footage today.
Yes. Putting that right up on Instagram tomorrow.
Yeah.
So listen, I know I'm here, Auntie.
Right.
And I turn, I'm like, what? Nigga, cut that shit out, get this damn money. I'm like, oh.
No, here go the one real quick before we go. Cap turned around and looked at me, right? He waved me over there. I'm like, oh shit. He said, no, for real. He said, no, for real. You're the only one with some sense right now. Come here. I said, oh, okay. Because y'all don't never know if Red call you or about to say something to you. See, you just have to always be on your guard because you never know what the fuck is about to come out of his mouth. But today, I was wrong. It was real shit. He had told me something that he needed me to do, which is going to be a dope idea, and a dope thing, and I cannot wait till we're able to actually talk about it. But yeah, he's crazy. So when he usually say something, you got to brace yourself. You got to be like, hold up, what this nigga about to say?
Right.
But today was wonderful, and I was so happy because it seemed like, everybody that came out, they had a good time. We had music, we had DeKalb County want to come out there and show out. I mean, we knew we wasn't supposed to be on the grad, but still, they had to come out there and be like, how we was on the grad. But but it wasn't really us, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Right.
But everybody came out and we really did have a good time. And I have to say thank you to my car club members again, because y'all don't know, Mook, I always tell everybody, Mook doesn't live with me. We live together. So, and we don't really know a lot of people here.
Mm-hmm.
So, Red and Mitch, they my brothers. Everybody knows that we've been thick as thieves since school. But now that we have extended family in the car club, for her to get in the car, like, because we don't really mess with nobody like that, it just be me and her all the time. So the fact that she's able to have so much fun, and she said, you know what? Every time I get around them, I just have such a good time. And it's not like she's there because of me no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's just a part of the club now. And her and Country ain't got no motherfucking sense. I'm going to tell you that right now. And we done made them a team, you guys. No, if y'all don't know who Country is, y'all don't get to see him.
It's a whole trio because Country, Money, and Mook.
A damn fool. You understand?
MCM, honey. MCM. Okay. That don't make no motherfucker sense. That's 1900 in Roman numerals, honey.
Okay.
Okay. MCM. Okay.
And I said this about Country today. I told him, y'all, I said, listen, I'm trying to be better because y'all know sometimes my mouth get a little reckless, but I've really been working on it. Like, I don't say everything that's on my mind no more. I say most of it, but I'm scaling back. Right?
That part, don't move over that. She said no more. Right.
No more. Right. And you know, I'm scaling back, you know. But Country's ass. Country don't talk that loud. But Country will say every motherfucking thing that everybody is wanting to say.
Is thinking or whatever, yeah.
Whatever somebody is thinking, I promise you, this nigga gonna say it. He might not say it that loud, so only the motherfucker that's right there with him might hear it.
So how did you think I felt when we was riding, coming up the highway, going to Florida, and he was there, my co-pilot, and he got there over there. He had something to say every time something got out of pocket. And I was I said, Lord. I said, I ain't gonna look like one situation I was gonna have to get a hold of somebody's child. I said, Lord, I said something. He said, he cracked on him. I said, man. I said, I can't be laughing and whooping the kid's ass at the same time. I'm gonna get out of whack. I ain't gonna remember when to stop.
Okay.
He told us today, y'all. He was talking about the little boy, I guess, over there where they live and stuff, right? He said, now, the little boy is gay, and I don't have a problem with that. He said, but this motherfucker's 13, and every day he got a goddamn bonnet on. And the way that he said it, he said, you know, because I don't care. They do what they do. He said, but I want to know why this motherfucker got a bonnet on every day. He said, every day. And me and Cole was just over there stuck. Me and Mook was like, wait, what? He said, no, every day. For real. He wear it every day.
And he's serious. And he was serious.
I'm got a bonnet on every day.
Serious. Okay. And he was serious, honey. And he was serious. Okay. I can only imagine. I wasn't there, so but I know his tone.
Because y'all know his face don't never really change. Even when he kind of laughing, it don't really change.
Yeah. Bye. Okay. We had a good time. We gotta
go. We had a good ass time. Make sure y'all coming out to the Disney Tea or SHERO Hero, or when it's mixed all together. Make sure y'all trying to come out with us. We having a ball, and we have so many things coming up that we want you guys to be a part of. And if we could tell you early enough and you don't live here, fly in. Me told y'all about July 23rd. Fly y'all asses in here. My friend Tasha is here from Philly. I told her tonight. She said she's coming back for it.
Come on, Shira. So we're going to have a good time. So on that note, let me let you guys, again, I'm going to let y'all guys go for real.
We leaving for real this time, y'all. We leaving.
Okay. So listen, you may finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been big. And you've been dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech and Aunt Nikki and the big guy ally over there. That's the big red fella.
Hi, guys.
And the moral of the story is, drink your smart water.
But don't get smart with your mama.
Oh, right.
Okay. Because that smart water going to get you fucked up and punched in the throat.
Oh, you'll get a smart ass whooping. That's what it is.
Yeah, drink little bottles of this. Don't drink the big bottle, because the big bottle will get you fucked up, okay?
Oh, no. Okay. So if you love us, tell all of your friends, darling. Tell them all. But listen, you know, if you just happen to hate us, well,
That's okay.
all of your motherfucking enemies.
Every last one.
Okay. Because remember, honey, anything and everything that we're doing, honey, in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, honey, it will move forward. Okay. So on that note, honey, we see you guys tomorrow for the real. I said what I said Sundays.
Face ass.
Okay. What'd you say?
And tomorrow there'll be a big red fella moment.
Okay.
Called face ass.
I don't think I'm gonna do a what the TF because my throat and stuff is hurting. But that one up there is gonna have an ignorant ass story.
How your throat hurting and you're not dating?
Okay, you know all that now.
Bye, y'all. Put the camera so I can cuss his ass out.